What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? Aaron, Joe, good to see you guys. I got all the way out here. I was getting ready to start the show and realized that I left my water in the house, so I had to make a quick run back inside, get that going. But other than that, I do have a little shorter show today because I've actually got a private pick I'm going to. Got to leave here around 1 to get there in time. So, but from what I understand, it should be worth it. We'll see. I'm sure you guys will get the play-by-play after next week on it and see what it is. All right. Doing some listing today. Actually got my packing already done so that I can just roll out when the time comes. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Mine was okay. Sales-wise, a little slow, but all in all, I got rid of some bigger items that I've been trying to get rid of, so that always helps. Loafing big time. Jeremy, you got stuff going on all the time, dude. You've probably been editing YouTube for the past 10 hours or something crazy. So, hey, Susie. Hey, Marilyn Picker. Cat, up early this morning. Well, not early for you. I know you never sleep. You're working all the time. So, we had a little incident at my house last night. Mouse in the house. Not good. So, I've got less sleep than what I normally would because my wife saw that thing and that was it. As of this point, the mouse has not been caught, but I have traps all over our house, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Barter Mania, good to see you this morning. A cat or two, yeah. Jen's Closet, good to see you this morning as well. Susie, it might be the next step. My wife's always liked cats, but we haven't had one in a while. The last one we had was a rescue, and that thing was wild. We tried to tame it down, but it just freaked out all the time. So we had to kind of move on with it. Starbucks mugs. Something breakable this morning, which isn't the norm for me, but I picked these up for 50 cents, so figured that'd be okay. Actually thought they'd be worth more, though. Honestly, mine look a little worse for wear now that I look a little closer at them. I think this one's got a crack. That's not good. The other one's decent. Maybe I'll put them in the booth. Go to the rescue with a feather toy. Cat who plays the most wins a free trip to the house. There you go. That's pretty smart. Yeah, I didn't make the trip last time. My youngest daughter talked her into doing that, bringing it home. Oh, I gotcha. There you go. See, they don't last long up there. I gotcha. Check out this rig that I got the other day. Stimulax for barbers. This thing's quite the contraption. I guess you put it on the back of your hand. Yeah. Let's see if I take off or something. Ugh. Oh, they got it over. That dude's fingers must be smaller than mine. Ugh. Feel like I'm like suiting up like a superhero or something. Got the web shooter. Hey, Michelle. Whoa. That's kind of crazy. Dude. I feel like I'm beside. That thing actually feels pretty nice, to be honest. Probably if I kept going, I would be like passed out in the chair right here. Yeah, we might be pricing that one a little higher, Jen. I don't technically keep anything. If it's something I want to hold on to for a little while, I'll just move the price up on it. That's what we tell ourselves so that we're not hoarding. We're just, everything's for sale. Harry, good to see you, man. Yep, on my own this morning so far. I know Cernoc's running late for sure. I haven't really heard from anybody else yet this morning, so. Not hoarding it, you're just holding it. That's what I'm saying. If you price it high, then you're not technically hoarding it. You're waiting for the right buyer. Oh. Tell you one thing, man, the cord is a little stiff coming out. Yeah. Sorry, now my buddy Ken may be stopping in with a hat show until later. He was waiting for you to come on, though. Angelo just came from watching the space flight. That's pretty cool. Check this cat out, man. That's pretty wild, huh? A business stimulant for barbers. He's got the two-handed deal going on. Paul, good to see you. If I had a chance, would I take a trip to space? I don't know, man. I get a little nervous on longer flights. I don't know. Space, I'm sure, would be a little longer flight. I'm not sure. I might check it out on that one, to be honest. Heath Chambers, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Trying to look and see what era this is. I mean, it's got to be. This thing's got to be like. What do you guys think? 50s, probably 50s. Yep, dude, nailed it. 1950. There you go. It looked like 50s here. What about you, Jen? Are you down for space travel? Are you hopping a ride on the Elon Musk Tesla SpaceX adventure? Angelo, we're gonna have a little show and tell later. I've got a few hats, but mine aren't like I ain't got no grail hits for sure. I've got that just regular stuff going down. Dante, thanks for the super sticker, buddy. I'm gonna have to get on the YouTube side to see what it is. But appreciate you being here as always. These days, it's going to thank all the workers who decided they'd rather not have a little livable wage. Okay. Yeah, I showed you my hats the other day. I did get normally I don't pick up these kind of hats, but I thought these were cool. They're all wool. Of course, they're like dwarf heads. 6 and 7/8. That like barely sits on top of my head, right? Like that ain't gonna work. Tank, does he sell hats? I think he's just getting into it. Look at this one there. Country gentleman hat. It's kind of cool. Size medium. Once again. It ain't gonna work, man. I look like one of those little tea kettle heads. Those things are pretty pristine though, so we'll see. Yeah, no doubt, Cat. You already know. Like it's. I'd look kind of funny though if I had a small head, right? Like big body, small head. Like I went to the wrong tribe in the Amazon, got my head shrunk or something. Yeah, most of the time on the snapback, like I'm on like the last two. This thing's actually not too bad. 25 bucks plus shipping. This was on that make a pile pickup. Nah, this is just made for TV, Harry. If you look here to my left, you will see my stuff stacked up. I just put you in the best possible angle. I can give you a reality television though, if you want, like the real reality. So, see my little aisle there that I have to traverse to get stuff. Yeah, that's all stuff that needs to get squared away. But if you were here last week, you saw that I did build a shipping station, which I said I would try to keep uncovered, and it's mostly uncovered. So, doing a little better, a little better with that. Yeah, I've not seemed to be able to grasp the not having a mess. Like every time I get it fixed and organized, it comes back. Comes back a little quicker than it gets cleaned up most of the time. M3. So has everybody got their new like requirements done? When mine updated last week, it was like originally like 58 added requirements I needed. I've got it down to 25, but I'm still not there yet. Yeah, I got more on the 12th. What's dumb is I've got all this media, right? So the media asked me for in the description, like in the item specifics, the movie title. Like, dude, it's in the title. Like, it's on the main page. Like, it is crazy. So yeah, that's what I need to do, Susie. Honestly, I need to get more bins and like when I bring stuff in. So that's one of the things that I've kind of trying to do a better job at is sorting when I get here, like kind of checking. Yeah, recommended. Sheesh, recommended is insane. If they ever make that a requirement, yeah, that'll be a bad day for sure. Cat, I know what you're talking about though, because I saw your car when that day of picking. It looked it looked really familiar to me with the way I do things. Leroy, are you at work yet, buddy? Oh, stand by. Yeah, some of those things they ask for required is makes no sense. Yeah, like most of the stuff that I've run into, some of the questions are just like, okay, I can NA that if you want. But I would think like if you list an item and it's listed in the category, says DVD, gives the title, why in the world do I need to put both of those in the required item specific? Like this, for instance, Private Practice, seasons 1 through 3, DVDs. Kind of self explanatory, right? But yet I have to get back in and say it's the format of a DVD and this is the title. It's just one of those mini rants. No big deal. Last week I picked up a full U-Haul of free shelves. Man, that's awesome, bro. Upgraded the booth and the work area. Yeah, that's great. Free is always key. That's for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad I didn't break them for you, Kat. That would have not been uh, not been good. Sorry, guys. My phone charger is annoying. I'm sure that sounds a lot louder in the speaker than what it sounds to me. I know. I was like, "Are you sure?" Cameron. Good to see you, buddy. They're all running late, bro. Various things going down today. Well, Leroy was in here. I'm not sure he's made it to the office yet. And there's Tim as we speak. He's probably just packed like 555 items till 2 o'clock.
No. Oh, how are you, sir?
Doing well, man. I'm working on a little sleep.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard earlier, man. Like, say, like 2 o'clock this morning, my wife sees a mouse.
Oh, fun.
In our room. She's like, so from 2 to about 4:30, I'm on the mouse hunt.
Did you get it?
No.
Yeah. Once you see it, you're never gonna get it.
Dude, I set like 6 traps at the house. Like, they're everywhere. One of which was tripped when I woke up again this morning. I was like, sly little sucker.
Yeah, you gotta get them good.
Yeah. I use peanut butter generally. Keeps them licking.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
I see spreadable cheese. That's the other thing. Like if you have spreadable cheese.
Spreadable cheese works too, yep. But they're smarter than we give them credit for.
There's no doubt.
So my nephew's in baking camp. So yeah. And I went to sleep probably like, I don't know what time it was, like 2 or 3 o'clock last night because I was packing all the sale orders.
Yeah.
And I packed everything from the weekend yesterday, which was, I mean, things have been going really well lately. Knock on wood, Still, me, like, still not good enough, but it's been like I was like my percentage on the eBay compared to was in the red, and I flipped it to like 30% in the green. So
nice.
So I've been putting in the work, you know what I'm saying, but. I sold a bunch of those golf clubs that I listed last week.
Clubs have been moving.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what was really awesome. The ping set that I listed last week on the show, that the buyer messaged me and he was like, "Look, I live in Kensington. Is there any way I could pick these up?" And that's where I'd go to the post office at. I was like, "Yeah, I go to the post office in Kensington all the time." So I didn't have to pack those. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, I've been moving some sports cards, have been doing really well. I sold like 2 $80 cards. I've just been listing a little bit of them, like, just to like get myself moving in that direction. Sold like 2 $80 cards. And then I was all clear on my pirate ship. And then last night when I started packing orders from the sale, I started getting orders, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to get up in the morning and pack. I just don't, because I've been packing all day yesterday and night, like literally so many packing. So I just, I probably packed, almost 40 items yesterday from the morning packing session to the night packing session. 40 packages, but more than 40 items, obviously. And so I sold another card. That was like $135 card. And then I sold an old computer mouse, like the big ones, like this big with the giant ball in the middle. And then I sold a driver. and I sold a Mario toy that I've had since like when I first started selling on eBay. God, I gotta find that. That's gonna be fun.
Kelly said she sold a Build-A-Bear plush last week for $365.
That's awesome.
That is crazy.
Cernock. Look, I was telling Josie too. I was like, because you in the chat you saw like I couldn't in our group chat you saw I have had this login problem with
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was right. My assumption was right. There was a typo in my email address.
Oh man.
So that's why I wasn't getting the
reboot on it.
Yeah. So I had to go back and forth with them, and I finally got it resituated yesterday. But I didn't want to miss Cernock's auction. What's up, Leroy?
What's going on, guys?
I didn't want to miss Cernock's auction, so I was like, Josie, we gotta get set up with the whatnot on your phone so we can watch Cernock's auction. So that's why we were in there under Josie OTY. So, and I I had to be there to show some love for my man. You know what I'm saying? So we watched the auction, and I was just like, man, like it's so similar to what I do on Monday nights, And then it's like, but then I looked at Cernock's story, and it was like all whatnot orders packed, and I'm like, dude, do you know how awesome it would be to pack 32 shirts on a night instead of 32 glass orders?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would never stop doing what I'm doing with the glass, but to add that in with my thing, so I'm just
Plus, dude, I've been watching like these sports shows, man, and like knowing what you've got and what you were dealing with. I'm like, dude, some of that stuff goes insane on there. I was like, man, I mean, I'm watching guys open like a card pack that's got 5 cards in it.
And it's like $25, $30, $40.
Yeah, at least. Like sometimes pop up, they're like, if it comes down to the end of the box where they're saying, oh, you got a one.
You still have the autograph, hasn't been hit.
Like that thing went for over $100, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's totally like the wave. It makes it
content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man. When I was watching that, I was thinking about you too, because when I've been watching these auctions, I was like, dude, Tim would totally pull this like to the next level.
Oh man, I'm excited. Hey, Julian. I'll show you. I did find something. I did get something that you might appreciate. So basically, a lot of what my new channel is going to be is it's going to be like opening these boxes, and then like going over the player, and then going over like the value of the piece of memorabilia and what makes it valuable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I never know which side to open these from. I hope this is what I think it is. All right, here we go.
Whoa. Man, Grandmama.
Yeah, got the autograph right there, and it's a stat jersey too. So it's got like stitched in all his accolades.
Dude, Larry Johnson, man, he was tough back in the day, dude.
How cool is that, man?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I like that one.
Yeah.
What's funny is I was the day before I got this, I was like going through some cards to pull to list, and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot about this autographed Larry Johnson card I have." And then that night, I hit the Larry Johnson autographed jersey. I got so much Steelers stuff, Leroy.
Oh,
I tell you what,
Do you have old cards, old basketball?
not really. I have like when you say old, you mean like 60s? Or
No,
do you
no.
mean
Like 90s, because somebody told me the other day, and I forget who I was talking to about this. It was somebody in person. It weren't nobody different. But dude was talking about, so you remember it was like 90, 91 when Jordan like came back or whatever, and they had retired his jersey, so they didn't let him wear it.
Oh, the 45.
yeah.
So NBA Hoops came out, and their card had the wrong
Has him
number
the
on it.
45, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's crazy? I have that 45 Jordan jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the champion
Yeah.
45 Jordan jersey. I have it.
That's
What's
great.
what's messed up though is I wore it to play basketball, you know. So
Yeah.
I was always banging down low the boards with the big dudes, but I was a little bit smaller. So the shoulder is all jacked. The shoulder strap is all jacked up, the stitching and everything. So I gotta like get it restitched. But I mean that's a nice like flip, if I can get that fixed. So it's been a wild week. Oh, check this out. I just got this yesterday. Found this at the thrift store. Hofstra baseball jersey, but this is like an official jersey. Like it's like an on-field jersey. It's stitched. Like this definitely. I mean, you can't like just walk into a store and buy a Hofstra baseball jersey. And I when I was comping it in the store, I saw some people sell the exact same jersey, different number though. And there's no name on the back, but I mean, it's well made. And they were selling for like $45, $50. See, look.
That's pretty good.
And I've been stacking up on my soccer stuff too for the Olympics. I found this yesterday, brand new with the tags from the World Cup in Russia 2018, Colombia. Look, it's got the tag on it and everything.
Man, that's crazy. Hey, so the other Jordan era card this dude was talking about is this guy. So Sam Vincent, that's the night that somebody stole Jordan's jersey out of the locker, and he had to wear number 12.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. You know what other card from that same set is the one that a lot of people like to have is the Mark Jackson card, because the Mendez twins were at that game and they're in the background in the card. And I think that was like the game that they went to, like when the next night after they murdered their parents.
Yes, I saw that.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because they were showing the clip of that on the TV a lot. And then I heard about that card.
Yeah.
That was how many years ago?
Whew.
Over 10.
More than that. Like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, dude, that's a 91 card, probably.
Yeah. So like 30 years ago.
30 years, dude. 30 years.
It's crazy. Stuff like that you think about, you're like, man, that was like a couple, like Leroy said, that was like 10 years ago. Everything that's like 20, 30 years ago feels like 10 years ago.
Dude, I think about it because next year is my 30th high school reunion.
See, that's how I look at it too, because when let me think about that. Next year is my 20-year high school reunion.
Yeah, it's
I haven't gone yet. I want to go when, I don't look bad now. I want to go when I know that I'm in better shape than most of the jocks do. And and I could just be like, "Oh my God, you're Leroy Blood." Like, yep, I'm the guy you pick on. I'm the guy you pick on all the time.
I must
Is
correct.
that Leroy Blood?
Because I graduated, when I graduated, I was 140.
Yeah,
I was a twerp.
that's how. When I went to my 20th. I missed my 10th because we were flying down and we had a delay, and we were flying in that day, and we ended up missing the reunion. But so we actually ended up just hanging out in Atlanta for a couple of days and then flew back. But I went down for my 20th, so my kids go with me, and I'm like, it's funny, but it's not funny. Like all the people that you're like, oh, he's the man. Like, yeah, you look at what they were doing at the time. That's when I had my Subway, and I was like, dude, like, a lot of those guys are working some jobs like they worked in high school. I was like, that's a shame, but obviously there's a few that were really successful, but
I think the ones that hurt, especially when you start like getting to your 30th year, is like, oh, so and so's passed away. He's gone. Oh, she's gone.
yeah, we lost somebody
Yeah.
in our class a few years back, and I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
We lost in our class. I mean, that I know of, we lost like 2 years after we graduated.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jimmy's awake yet, man. I got a bunch of toys today, dude. Toys galore. Yeah, wonder what happened. Thrifty Junker, good to see you. Let's see if I've missed anybody in the chat. We've been chatting, so.
Hey, Cameron.
All right, Dante, man. I'm sure you're already gone by now, but thanks for stopping through.
Now, when you get your super chats, I feel that if they're under $1, they should give you the whole 99 cents, not 49 cents.
Dude.
On my football podcast, everybody sends their super chats in 99 cents because they want to hear the way that I say 99 cents.
Yeah.
Eric, I'll tell you, I didn't do this on purpose. You know how I am. I'm flipping through YouTube yesterday, and I see my buddy Tim on. So let me jump in real quick. I don't like to bother people during the thing. I give him a super chat. My man gave so much prop for this show. I almost wanted to cry. He's like, Eric is really good with this. We got Cernak's really good with this, and Cernak's awesome. And we got Jimmy and Leroy knows about tools. I was like, how much do I owe him for this?
No, like that's my thing too. Like one thing that I learned, right? And it's like, the way that because of how difficult it was for me to grow my channel was, because I watch more. I don't watch as much YouTube now as I used to because like I'm so busy, and it's like, but I do watch, and I watch a lot more of the smaller channels and people that I know and people that like, I feel like that's why when I started watching Jimmy a lot, I started watching Jimmy a lot because he was doing things that I wasn't doing. So it's like for me, it's like. I'm kind of learning stuff. So like I always I feel like it's my responsibility to always show love to those channels because like if a big name ever comes in, right? Like what am I going to do? Shout out their channel? Everybody knows that channel, it's I don't know. I just for me it's like it's it's one of the small ways I can give back to the community of people that are there for me like daily, all the time, like I really do have that appreciation for everybody, like all the, for all of us, what we do, like people like Cameron, like and Sal, like with his tape dispensing stuff. Like I always shout out everybody that like comes in and like give them like, the couple seconds of my time to just talk about what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I mean, it's so difficult in YouTube, and there's so many people that are doing so many great things that like, you know, like I just, that's just the type of person that I am. Like I always want to give back. I always want to show love. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it's really about. If you really believe in this community, you know, that's what community is about. It's about helping each other. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I really believe in. I'm not necessarily in it. I mean, if I get to a crazy number of subscribers and I get to the point where I'm actually making good money on YouTube, I'm not going to throw my nose up at it. But it's like, you know, I always wanted to get there the organic way. You know what I'm saying? Just being me, not doing all the like, you know, the shortcut things. And like, that's why when I got that comment on my YouTube channel, man, I'm going to tell you, I've been contemplating making a video about it. Like just being like, you know, like letting people really know what it's like to be a real 100% like reseller. Like it's not always like the time that you have to be able to film every time you go on like a hunt. Like I go to the thrift store and I'm like, I went yesterday in between my 2 lives. I went to the thrift store and I was like, you know, and it's like when I go to that pick at the flea market on Saturdays, I literally can't film it because it will make people nauseous. Yeah. Like, I don't think anybody really understands how crazy it is. Yeah. Just imagine being outside of like a Ted Shent, okay? And there being 30 people just waiting. And then they're like, okay, we're open, number 1. And then you just hand the cards 1, 2, 3. And then you all are inside this little shed just going crazy. And there's no time to like look at things. There's no time to like, I'm literally like, do you want to see, you know, I have a GoPro like 4. There's no stabilization on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's dark inside there. You know, I'm there at like 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. And it's just like some people don't understand that because they're used to seeing other channels where it's like, they think that reselling is something else when it's really not that at all. Like it is just, you know how many times I go into a thrift store and I walk out with 2 things? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if there's times when you walk out with nothing.
Yeah, or nothing. That's what I was going to say.
So it's like when I'm in there in that moment, like it is, I wish I almost want to film it one time because I want people to finally understand how insane it is. Because you're literally just grabbing and putting it in an IKEA bag, and it's not, and then it's just like there's just so many people around you. Like you have to fight people off, like in a nice way, obviously. You know, like Josie is not as nice as I am. She's a little bit more ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Like Josie's like, nah. You know, Josie gets in, she's getting ready to box somebody out for a rebound. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different beast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's insane. And then there's people there that aren't there for what I'm there for. You know, there's the people there that are there for the ephemera, the toys. You know, so it's like on my backside, there's people like in the aisles, like just, and it's not like everything is nicely organized and placed. Like the tables are stacked, like 2 feet tall of stuff. Like it's insane. And then there's just totes of video games.
How long do they do the shed? Like, when do they stop doing it? When it gets cold?
No, it's year round. I've been there in the morning when it's been 10 degrees. I've been there in the morning when it's 97.
I'm gonna make a trip up there this fall, man. I'll go and block for you one day.
This last Saturday, it was so hot in there that like I was drenched. And it's not like there's AC or anything like that. So it's just like I was drenched and I was so thirsty. I looked at Josie. I was like, I'm like about to faint. Like it was brutal.
Cernox said Blair Witch Project style filming for the glass. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Running.
And see, that's the thing is I've always been about with my channel is that like I want to be authentic. I want to be who I am.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to help other people with what I know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so Susie, they get all this stuff from auctions. So I originally met this woman who runs the shed at an auction. So she goes probably to multiple auctions, but the one auction I saw her at, so basically at the end of everything's on a table. And at the end, if nobody else wants anything on the table, they just auction everything else that's left on the table.
Yep.
And then she takes everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's not just glass. Like the outside walls, 2 outside walls are full of glass and china. And it's like 1, 2, I think it's 3 or 4 shelves on the walls. And the walls are probably like 20 feet long. And then the other side is more like larger non-breakable items, radios, stuff like that. And then the last table is usually full of ephemera. And then there's totes underneath the tables of like books and stuff like that. In the front, she has a giant bucket of loose jewelry, knives and pins and stuff like that, postcards. And then in the middle tables is just like a sea of all types of stuff, toys, tin things, like just random, like it's all just random. But if you take the time and dig, you can find great stuff. So the next one is the last weekend of this month, and it's her quarterly sales. She does quarterly sales. And last one was the glass one. So this one is non-breakables. So everything is $1 or $2 in the entire shed on Saturday. And then Sunday is fill a box. I think it's like fill a box for like $5 or $10.
Mm.
So
Hey Tim.
In your work shed, do you have AC and heater in it for year-round work? I don't have a work shed yet. I'm working on my work shed. I'm just trying to get into my house first. I think that's a question for Eric.
I've got AC and heater. I just use space heaters in here.
I don't have it either. I have no heat or no.
I have a window unit, but it's a big boy. It's not like the normal size. Like, it's not the little guy.
I got no AC. When it gets to about 85, I leave, or a little higher than that in here. And then in the summertime, and the wintertime, it only gets to like 40, and I can deal with 40.
Yeah, dude, I'm making a trip up there this fall, Tim.
Yeah, for sure.
And go on the shed adventure.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Look at this. I picked this up at the shed this weekend.
Beatles.
Diecast Yellow Submarine. This is the second run of them. The first run of them sells for $100+ dollars, but this one still sells for like $40-$50. But yeah, I paid like a little under $3 for that. Now let me ask you guys: have any of you guys ever sold a bike seat?
I've not. I've seen where
anything about bicycle seats.
Some bicycle seats worth money.
I know. So I started trying to research this. Viscount is a type of Schwinn bike, right? There's a Schwinn Viscount. That's the name of a Schwinn bike.
I'm not sure on that end.
It's like a suede. Obviously, it's got some wear on it, but I was like, man, I don't know. This would look like this might be the bike. Like that's the thing too. Like when you touch so many things, like I remember I was on some live and somebody was asking me about how I source, and I was like, you got to use all your senses, you know? And people think I'm crazy when I say that. But like this thing right here, like this felt and looked to me to be of high quality. So I picked it up, and I think it's an antique Staffordshire figurine. I think it can go for like anywhere from $50 to $200. So you just never know what you're gonna find, and everything is just dirty and beat to crap. Josie found this perfume bottle. Okay, let me ask you guys about perfume. You guys ever sold perfume?
Yeah, I have a couple things.
Like old perfume though.
Yeah, yeah. The lime Old Spice that way back.
So do people still want it if it's turned?
I don't know. I mean, mine was old,
But was it turned?
like it stinks or what?
Yeah, like it turned to alcohol.
Uh, I don't know. Like I guess I've never sold one like that. I
'Cause,
bet
I mean-
Kat has. She's in here. Kat.
Kat, have you ever sold turned perfume? Because I just picked this up, and my Duke said it smelled like it went to alcohol. Oh, it's not alcohol. It's not 100% turned.
I didn't think it would turn completely like that. But
Yeah, I think
I mean,
she's.
some of it stinks because it is what it is.
Here we go. eBay seller said Lambert and Viscount bikes, mainly about British bikes produced between 1972 and 1982, firstly under the name Lambert and later as Viscounts.
Yeah, I mean, I've sold mine. I've sold them with like very little in there, and I've sold them almost full and half.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is like $100. This is $100 plus easily. You ever see this name, Jean Pateau? It's really good. I mean, it's made in France too. It's no joke. It's marked on the bottom and everything. But
Huh.
there's another perfume that's like even that this person is more famous for that sells for a crazy amount of money is called Joy. If you ever see Jean Pateau Joy, grab it.
Hey, Larry, good to see you, man. Larry, way out in the building. I thought I missed somebody earlier, but if Shazad, Shazad, Tim
Oh.
Rockin' Hobo, look, you know he's got to give you a grief.
Yeah. It's called Shabby Chic.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle says it's pronounced Viscount. Yeah, Jean Pateau makes other stuff too. Joy. Jean Pateau Joy. That's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't found nothing super high dollar, but I have sold them for like anywhere from $30 to $50, like used. I think I've only sold though maybe 3 or 4. But now estate sales, man, that's one of the places you hit is that bathroom because you never know. Being there looking for that Mentadent.
Hey Tim, you had mentioned earlier like supporting people, and there was somebody, I forgot who it was. I think Julian's gone, and it was so funny, and I thought they were so smart. They messaged me and Julian when they were at an estate sale about a tool. And I'm like, you're so smart. I'm like, I forgot who it was. It was somebody that's usually on here. I was like, that's the smartest person that I've ever seen.
Oh man.
Dude. Hey, did you see Kevin's post yesterday about what his Man's going for now?
Oh.
No. I
Yeah.
saw he put out like the little video for it.
Dude. All of them are well over $100. One of them's like $250 right now.
That's wild.
Is he down to the last ones? Is that what it is? Or?
Yeah, he's getting down to the end. Man. This is estate sale fine. $35. I'll take it.
Damn. Cam Akers just tore his Achilles, out for the year before the year even started. Ugh. Damn, Cam. I hate football injuries.
Hey, Eric.
He is still here.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hey, Eric. I have a choice I gotta make. I got 2 auctions this weekend, estate auctions. Like I like 2 auctioneers that I both know. Like I like their style, and they're both on the same day at the same time. And one of them, he has it staged where it looks really neat, and the other guy's looks a mess. I think I'm going towards the guys that looks a mess.
Hey, did your guys put up pictures ahead of time?
Yeah. There's pictures, but one
Did
of
they
them
let you proxy?
No.
Hey.
Hey, you know that email I sent you? I mean that picture I sent you guys about the joystick.
Yeah.
He must have found that extra $5. Yeah, I proxy sometimes. Like if it's something I want, like that, I'm like, But what I do is I look at the pictures, I research it, and then I'm like, okay, this is the most I'd pay, and then I'll just leave a proxy, and then if I win it, fine. If I don't, fine.
I like to be there. I like to be there. I sort of got to be there.
I mean, there's stuff that you want to touch for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because I want box slots and I want a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sort of torn because I don't know where to go, and they're both around the same area. I think I didn't check the addresses, so I don't know what to do. My mind's telling me to go to the messier one because I'll find some more stuff there.
Yep. I'm going to one today that's not an auction, but it's just a private pick. Like my guys call me occasionally and said, hey, we've got a lot of times it's the states that either it's got higher end stuff there, it's got a lot of stuff there, or it's stuff like they don't want to deal with people that are gonna like be a pain about it. Because my guys aren't like they're not big on the hey, how much is this? Hey, how much is this? Hey, how much is this? They're like, make a pile and we'll figure it out. Like that's kind of how they do. So the one I'm going to today is sight unseen, but he's like, dude, there's a lot of stuff I know you'll like. So it's like a surprise. Like I don't know what I'm gonna run into. Doyle said he goes to the ones not in town with less rich buyers.
Yeah, and because they're both going on and they're both tools, I think I'm going to go to the one that's messier. I think that's the one I'm going to go to.
Hey, Larry,
sometimes you have to gamble too. You got to go to the ones that take too long.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to wait. So if you go to the guy who's slow, towards the end of the auction, you're going to get everything.
Steals. Yeah, steals.
Yep.
For sure.
But trust me, I've already looked at those pictures about 5 times. I pull them apart with the computer. I'm like looking at everything.
Hey, Matt, good to see you.
What's up, Tommy?
Nice. Tommy. Wally, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Tommy. I can't say it enough. I haven't been to a place that was the one that Tommy brought me to. Man, I can't wait to go back up that way. You can't not leave this auction without having a car full. If you leave without a car full, then you just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, Julian, I picked up a couple reels the other day, but I ended up giving them to my kids. They both got into surf fishing a little bit, so I ended up doing that. Actually, man, I've got a Penn Peerless and a Abu Garcia, and I ended up just giving them both with like pin rods. So there was actually an extra pin rod, so they were stoked on it though. You're right. I'm getting around to listing the beast today.
Oh, you're gonna list the grinder?
Yeah. I need to do a little cleanup on it. The only problem I see with this rig is I cannot. Well, there it is. Win.
Win. Yep.
Is it a win? Win for the win. Hey, Justin, man, good to see you. Justin, I've been looking for them 3-cent video games, bro. I can't find them. Have you been in North Carolina recently? Is that what's going on? Tommy must be on the West Coast. He said 7:30.
Yeah, I think he's away.
I need something. What do I need? I need a
Man, that is brutal. Torn Achilles for the 2 weeks before training camp starts.
That's
In your
great.
second season as a running back, that's tough.
Yeah, Justin, I'll be down. Shoot it to me on IG if you get a chance. That'd be awesome. I'm fixing to do a little road trip next month. First of the month.
Hey Tim.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Steelers fan, so I follow Juju on TikTok and Instagram. And I've realized it, you know, being an athlete, but to see these guys like post like training stuff that they're doing all day long, man, you don't realize how intense it is.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like I watch it, like he shows like his work, like 30 seconds of his workouts. But man, I'm like, holy mackerel.
Dude, when I used to do the strength training at the school for the football guys, so we get this magazine called Stacked, and it has all these pro workouts in it. Dude, the lifting that those guys do, it's like me and my brother-in-law, like this is when I was lifting all the time. So Thomas Jones has an arm workout. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, there's no way. I did that workout. I couldn't lift my arms hardly the next day, man. I was like, it burns you up. Yeah, so to see those guys, what they're doing, I mean, they're definitely not everybody can do it. That's the thing. Or not everybody will do it. Let's just say a combination thereof.
Really, Tommy?
I actually sold an RA item over the weekend. I'd found some Charlotte Hornet jerseys, blank, like just like shooting shirts, that kind of stuff. And I sold that, doubled up. Nothing. Well, maybe a little more than double, to be honest. I think I paid about 11, $12. Ross fine. $80 stores. That's crazy, dude.
Hey Eric, I got 4 torch setups on Saturday. This one is the used one, I think. No, this is a new one. I got 3 new ones and 1 used one. I paid $16 each for them.
Wow. What do they go for?
Well, between 70 and 50. Normally about 70.
Huh.
This guy had a whole bunch of welding stuff, and I ended up buying all of it for $200. And he had a dual. There was a dual polisher, like one of those heavy duty dual polishers.
Yeah.
That was in the lot that I bought, and I bought it and sold it that same day for $280.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's already shipped out. It's gone. So that paid for the whole $200 plus I made $8 just on that. That's usually a good day.
Justin, thanks for the info, bro. Appreciate it.
What's going on, Paul?
How does Jeff Bezos get to go to space?
Money.
I hate people.
I hate people.
Money talks, bro.
Oh, check this out. I was just getting ready to list something on Macari, and it says you're eligible for Macari Local.
What?
Sell locally without the meetup. Save time. You don't have to coordinate with buyers. Pick the time that works for you. No meetups. We pick up and drop off your item. Contact free. Your address won't be shared with the buyer. There's no need to find a box or print a label.
Does that mean I can drive around for Macari now?
Maybe.
Hey, Roman. Good to see you, man.
Julian, I'll go. I'll burn that place to the ground. There's a place called Dinosaur Land, literally right next to this flea market that Cernock and I have been to a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, Tim, do you think that there was any trace of dinosaurs in space?
Dinosaurs in space? Space swords?
Yeah.
Space dinos? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Aliens ain't having that.
Because I know you were wondering about going up there. I was like, if he sees a dinosaur, he's gonna flip out.
Tommy says they're using Uber to do pickups.
Yeah, it's literally like I'm looking at it right now. It's like
That's wild.
that is wild.
Innovation, man. You never know. he's going to come up with the next thing.
You never know what's going to take off, so you got to try it.
Wow.
Spaceosaurus.
A Spaceosaurus.
But okay, now let's listen to this. This sounds stupid though. Okay, so if somebody does local pickup, they have to pay $7.99. I mean,
That's for Uber.
I wonder how much like, but if you're shipping something local, I guess if you're using Macari shipping and you're using a flat rate, like okay, so it might be $11. So I guess they save like $4 maybe. I don't know. That seems a little.
I mean, it'd have to be a big item, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it's for.
Because, like, think if you sold something that would have went first class, like it's only like $4 or $5.
Yeah, and then think about like this: like if it's big and they're using Uber to pick it up,
They're gonna have to get the XL, man.
yeah. How would it if I sell a washer on local pickup in Macari? Somebody's gonna come pick that up. There's got to be limits. They get it the same day, says Kelly. I guess that is.
Yeah, that's probably the draw.
I got 2 vans. I'll pick up a washer, but I want $60 just to pick it up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You never know, man. Never know. Well, some people, man, like, dude, I've Ubered stuff before, like for people when I was doing more Uber. I actually Ubered a remote for a guy one time.
I Ubered my daughter's backpack back to her house because she forgot it at my house when I dropped her off, and she needed it for school. I called an Uber. I said, I need this, and you could track them. It was just her school books, but I Ubered it back to her. I wasn't driving back 13 miles. Forget about it.
That's what happened with me is like a guy, he had forgot he had the remote to a rental cottage in his pocket.
Yeah.
And so they do changeover on Saturdays. So he pinged me to go. I went and met him, got the remote, and then took it over. And I was like, dude, I don't care. Like, as long as you're paying, whatever.
I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. Tim, I know you're gonna laugh at me. I've called Uber I scheduled it to go to McDonald's, which was a quarter mile from my house. And when the guy came and said, hey, do you mind jumping my car? There was nobody around. He jumped my car. I was like, oh, I don't need the ride. Thank you. I gave him $5 and I left.
That is awesome.
I swear to God. I couldn't believe I came up with it. Because I was like, wow, that was pretty smart, Leroy.
That is top tier slyness right there.
He's like, oh, you only going to McDonald's? Look, it was literally, Timmy, you could have walked there in 3 minutes. But I needed to jump. There was nobody around me.
I've Ubered somebody in the same parking lot. Like they were going from one store to the next.
No.
Yeah. When I picked them up, I was like, it's like right there. Like we can see it. And they're like, really? I didn't. I was like, oh, man.
You ever getting to talk to some of the Uber guys, Tim? I was talking to one guy, and he's like, I was like, what's the best trip you did? And this is in Boston. And he said, I've gone to New York. And he goes, it was like an $800 trip.
That's insane.
Yep. They couldn't get a flight. They couldn't get a flight out of Boston. They were able to get a flight. The next flight wasn't until the next day. They were able to get a flight out of New York, but it was and it was like 4 hours from then, something like that. And so they took an Uber from Boston, Logan to New York Airport.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, man, my second week driving for Uber, I got a trip from here where I live to Asheville, North Carolina. So that's like 6.5 hours.
I was going to say, isn't that near me?
Yeah, it's way out, dude. Like that's almost to Tennessee. So I'm like, the guy, like when you get a long trip, it'll say like it's a trip longer than 45 minutes. So I always call, like, because you never know where it'll be. And the guys, usually for us, the airport's 2 hours away. What happened to these guys? They came out here, their car broke down. The airport's 2 hours away. To rent a car is 30 minutes away. And like they were like, well, we could do that and drive, or we could fly. And like Asheville doesn't have an airport, just a little local one. So they would have had to rent another car at the airport. Like they're like, honestly, it was about the same cost. And if we ride with you, we don't have to do anything. Like we just get out at the house. So I was like, that's fine. Yeah, I made like over 700. I was stoked.
Up north, it was really good. Down here, I don't know how they make any money. But up north where I was, those guys used to make money.
Dude, the guy that I rode with in Cincinnati, like after I finally got a Uber, dude, it took me, when I landed at the airport in Cincinnati, it took me over an hour to get an Uber. The first guy canceled like after I waited like 20 minutes, and then I hit again. And then, man, I reached the point I walked out to, like, they have a little lot where there's guys, and like you're within like walking distance, like it's not too far. I walked over to the lot because I'm like, dude, I'm fixing to offer one of these guys money, like, and say,
yeah,
hey, man, I'll just give you cash, bro, if you'll just go ahead and take me. Because I'm sitting there looking like I don't think I'm even going to get a ride. And then I finally got an Uber, and so the guy tells me that he's like, yeah, I've been doing this for a little while. He's like in his early 70s. And he said, I used to make $2,700 a week. He said, now, like since COVID, it's like $1,800. I was like, dude, that's insane, man. You're right. He's like, I'm making more now than what I was when I was working.
That's why you don't see a lot of cabs anymore. What they did was they went and got brand new cars and got rid of the cabs, and then having people drive the cabs.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Like some of this stuff, but like what happens out here, Uber pay is good. Like the mile per mile, I think our per mile is like $1.17. Like, but if you go in other places, it's like 65, 75 cents. Like, there ain't no way those guys could do it. Plus, like, you got to take into account your car. I mean, like, you put miles on there for sure. Oh, man. I still drive a little bit now. Like, I wait. They'll send me an offer. Like, I got one this past week. If I would do 10 trips, they'd pay me an extra 100. I was like, I can do 10 trips in the afternoon, like no big deal.
Imagine going to get an Uber and Eric picks you up.
Yeah, I've done it.
Just don't mess up his sliding door.
Yeah, I had somebody jack it up, man. Yeah.
I'm like devastated about this football injuries. Threw off my whole thing today.
Is he on one of your teams or all of your teams?
Excuse me. Yeah. But, outside of that, it's just, again, I guess it's just I got a big heart, but I just, I feel bad for it. Injuries is part of sports. It is. Mm-hmm. But, a lot of people who are casual fans don't understand the cutthroatness of that field, that industry. And, when you get hurt in football, and he's in his second year, so he's still on a rookie contract. So it's not like he's like making millions and millions and millions of dollars, like he's on a rookie deal. He's barely making anything. And so now you're going to miss an entire season with an Achilles injury. Mm-hmm. And then coming back as a running back with an injury like that is not easy. And then you have, if somebody comes in and takes your spot now, it's going to just be even extra harder. And, it wasn't like he tore it like water skiing or something. He was training, it's just like it's you hate to see that for somebody who's like really putting in the work to make a. And he's a special kid. He's super talented, and it's tough. You hate to see that. And then obviously, that's my initial thought process. But then my next thought process is, yes, I have him on a team, fantasy team, and I have invested in him as a player as far as sports cards go. So, Cernock, did you just get back from the British Open?
Yes, I was driving my Mercedes back home. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have driving gloves for that hat?
I wish.
You heard the Cam Akers news, man?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was listening. I had to take Cohen in for a doctor's appointment / vaccine, and so I was listening to y'all and commenting.
Did he know he was getting his vaccine?
Yeah.
You told him?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my first one yesterday, so I'm feeling okay.
What'd you get?
What was that? Oh, sorry. Pfizer.
Okay. The Moderna is the one that will beat you up.
I felt a little sluggish yesterday, but I don't know if that was from the vaccine or not me just being a slug, I was like, well, we should take a nap. All right. All right. That was one of the hats I got yesterday. This is cool. Mercedes-Benz jerk.
That's cool.
So how was the rest of the off-camera process with the auction?
It was, dude. I thought it went really well. Because, so basically, I had my phone, and then I had Cohen's phone while I was doing it, so I could just look at it. I think I could probably do it with one phone, to be honest, But everything was fine. Everything it went well. And the really cool thing, dude, right after it's over, it's like all the money's already in, so there's no waiting for money, there's no cancellations, there's none of that. It's like, boom, here's all your labels.
That's awesome, man. Here's
your labels. Here's what each one goes to.
So they gave you that was my thing I wanted to know about the labels. If it tells you, how does that work? Does it go by the buyer's name and because I know you are super organized, because in the auction title you had the measurements and the name and stuff like that. So that was what I was kind of curious about, was how they because when I am doing my auction, I have to keep track of it. So I write on the back the item and then the person who won's name on it, and then that's how I keep track. But so how did you go about doing that?
It just, since I already had it all numbered and whatever it was, so you can go. So you can't do it on. They're working on it to have it where you can go on just the computer and do it too. But that you can go through the computer and go through, and it'll tell you all right, here's the Tim over the years bought this, and this, and generate label, and you just hit the generate label and you just go pick it out. All right, here, got this shirt, pack it up, and then the label's already there, taken care of.
So you had a few people who were multiple buyers, right?
I
remembered.
Yeah. So, which made it easy because so if you just had one shirt, it went first class. But if you got two shirts, it was priority mail. So all the the multiples, I just slip in a priority mail envelope and slap the label on it.
Now, is the shipping taken out of yours, or is the shipping Poshmark?
They pay for the shipping.
Nice.
So if I think it's $8 for the first thing, or I forget how.
I think it was $7 for the first, and then $1 after that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But the money comes out of everyone's account right away. So it's not like you're waiting for anyone to pay.
Yeah.
You don't have to send invoices. You don't have to do all that. Now they do take 8%, but it's
which isn't, you know,
it's worth it for what you're getting. I mean,
okay,
they take
I mean,
all
it
the
was literally 2 hours, right?
hour and a half. Yeah,
Hour and a half.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
I was telling them earlier about how I was telling Josie. I was like, it's so similar to what I'm doing, but it's just also a lot, like you just explained. A lot of it is a lot easier. You know, just the sure instantness of the pay, all that stuff.
yeah, Joe, I posted on Instagram. Mm-hmm.
And Joe, we're friends on Facebook, Joe, too. So you should be able to find it on my page also if you need to. You heard I got my account fixed, right?
On which one? The on your
my whatnot.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, so it worked so well that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do another one.
Yeah, I would do them. Hopefully, I get approved at some point. I'm gonna do like 3 a week because I can do, the sports cards, the memorabilia.
Dude, email that dude John.
Yeah, he emailed me back and was helping me, and then he sent me to somebody else to fix the problem, and he did. Now that's what I'm waiting to hear back from them because I asked him. I said, because there was a typo in my email. Is there a chance that I missed you guys messaging me about the selling? The guy was like, I gotta check the database.
Yeah, I would grease the squeaky wheel. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did.
Yeah.
So I just asked, and the dude was like, okay. Because I mean, if you think about it, you got so many people signing up. I think they don't know. They're kind of like, oh, okay, I don't know. But
more than likely, I mean, they're kind of just getting started. More than likely, their staff isn't but so big, so they're probably like
I think they have like probably 6 or 7 people on the staff. So I don't know. I would reach out to them and say, hey, blah blah blah. Even if you want to name drop me or whatever.
You don't have to tell me twice or not.
But yeah, see if you can get it. And then I had a phone call with John.
Yeah, because that's part of the process. So the process is that they email you, set up a phone call, and then after the phone call, then they approve you or not.
Well, it's crazy too. I mean, not to throw shade at anybody that's already on the platform, but like looking at after I've been on there and just watching a lot of the auctions, I'm like, dude, like some of these guys, like they're out to lunch, dude.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I'm like, man, I mean, you got guys auctioning stuff off. They got their face in the camera like this. The things behind them, they're like, what are we bidding on here? Like, like, yeah, some of it's crazy. Or the other day, I was in a card auction one, and I'm just like kind of listening. Well, dude, something happened in the background, and like this dude just starts going off on this guy that's in the room, and I'm like, and dead in the middle of the auction, man. Like, I mean, the guy's I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, okay. So, that's why I was like, man. I mean, I do think that's one thing, the advantage of doing what we do, even like this, like where we're on here talking with each other, that kind of thing. Like, so you kind of know about being on the screen and paying attention to chat and like seeing the other side of it. So it's different, I think you have a little bit more experience coming into the thing.
And and I mean, you had it set up real clean, like no distractions, because some of those auctions I see, there's clothes like all. Sometimes it looks good, right? But I don't know. I like the way that yours was set up. You had the banner on the top. You had the help, which definitely is probably a lot of help for sure.
Yeah.
Just it's not as crazy.
Yeah. So the thing too is it's like. I kind of made it structured. Like, hey, number 1, number 2, number 3. We're not skipping around. Like, I didn't want to skip around. I didn't want to because I've seen some of those where they're like, well, okay, well, can we get that shirt? Or hey, do you have any of this? And then they're running around pulling it. I'm like, nah, man, just. And if some things go for higher, great. If some things, dude, I sold a couple of shirts not gonna lie, I sold a couple of shirts for $1.
Yeah.
One person bid and it was $1. But a couple of shirts went for $30, $40, $50. So it's like, hey, like,
and and we know, like, and I thought that was also a dope part about what you were doing was how you were like basically like, selling the vibe of, like not everything has to be $100 vintage t-shirt to be cool,
exactly.
like, and I thought that was, came off as genuine and was a great look. Also, just like the honesty, the way that you were describing any sort of, what I'm saying, like the details and discrepancies in the shirts, and exactly, like, like it all came off really well. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, that's what my brother was making fun of me because I called him afterward. He's like, "So are you selling fun, affordable vintage?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess, yeah." Guess I said that a few times, but you always want to reset it. You want to reset the room.
Well, you got people coming in and out.
Exactly, exactly. That's why if you're in the long haul, it may sound repetitive. But I kind of want to reset it because I see all these people.
You have to.
Joining.
100%. 100%. You have to. So. And the thing is, too, is this is like, I think, I don't know how you felt, but I also felt like I in the beginning when we started talking about it, we were kind of like, like there's always that worrisome, okay, like what do I bring? Like do I bring a $50 shirt? Like what happens if somebody doesn't, bid up on it? But I felt like on, the Bill Clinton shirt kind of showed me that like there's going to be that people are going to bid on those sort of those top tier things.
Yeah.
I think that they will. Like it made me feel, I don't know how you felt, obviously, but I felt a little bit more comfortable throwing up an all over print NASCAR shirt.
Yeah.
Now
I'm not gonna do one where it's like everything's just a banger.
Yeah, exactly. It's listen, that's what I do. If you watch the glass my auctions, that's what I do. You gotta mix it up. And I've always been like that with everything that I've done when it comes to selling, because I am that other person too. Like I can't go and shell out $100 on a shirt like on a Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not, I don't know, in that tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, like you gotta have that diversity because that's what brings more people to your event, whatever you're selling, because you want to have the people that are in that $10 to $20 range, the $20 to $40 range, and then throw in a couple of the $40 to $100 ranges. Like you gotta have that range. You have to.
Yeah. So I'm already starting to look for other shirts and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm ready for do any hats yet, because I don't know how hats will transpire. Like
you should.
They got Sway behind you, like behind your auction the other night. He had his going.
Yeah. Sway.
So he was throwing in a few hats, but I mean the hats he had were just basic. Like the ones that I saw. Like I didn't watch him for super long. He was mixing in a hat every now and then, getting like 15, 20, $25. But the one he pulled the other night was like I think it was a Nike hat, but it had the leather back to it. Like I mean that's not really a popular hat by any means at this point. That is what he got for it is what you're gonna get for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But like on eBay, like I would probably get like $10 to $12 on a hat like that. That's just that leather back, or I would throw it in.
Yeah, I might throw some stuff in there. I don't know. We'll see.
But I did notice today, like, because I've been checking this thing just to see like if there's more. It looks like today that there's more people moving in that vintage category.
Yes, it's building every day. So
what's crazy too is I looked at the application and it's different than the application that I originally filled out. Looks like they're going to open up the categories to other stuff like glass and things like that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But I will tell you, what was the other thing I was going to say? Maybe we should do a hat auction at the end of Hat Camp.
Yeah.
What We got to set that date soon.
I know.
I don't think I really honestly I don't think I have any real changes to the outline you sent me.
Okay.
I think it's great actually.
All right. Well, I'll start putting it into Drive.
Yeah, because I got a couple of weeks left here before training camp starts. Once training camp starts, then it's like, oh, my plate is.
Ken says Hat Camp 2025.
Right.
Once training camp starts, my plate's gonna be bananas.
Here, let me show you some cool hats I got yesterday. I just wanted to go out. I'll show y'all just some of the basics, that I hit. This one's kind of cool.
Let me get you up here.
That one. I mean, all these are all like
in great shape.
Here's the thing. I don't know if something fell off, but if anybody can figure out what this, I haven't Googled this up. Okay, ho ho, here comes our Yohi. I don't know. Someone figure out what this is. I haven't Googled it yet, so these are just kind of, just.
I like the drilling. The drilling one is cool though.
Yeah, the Neglies. That's actually a local company. There we got a little. There we go. And then this one's cool. Thatcher said this was his favorite from yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I showed him these. I'm like, well, what about these? He's like, oh yeah.
Here, that one, the ones you showed us on Instagram.
Yeah, that one, and then the Instagram one. I put this next hat I put up, and I had a few of my people that follow me from Malaysia hit me up, and they're like, yo, how much you want for that hat? I'm like, not for sale. I'm not selling it to these guys, but this was the one from yesterday.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah, that one is sick.
That one's awesome.
What's the maker on that?
I didn't even look. The Winter Renaissance tag.
Yeah.
So
that's sick.
Yeah.
What are you gonna ask for that? 30, 35?
Man, this one might be like a 50 to 75 one. It even has like the old
Oh yeah, and it's clean.
All these are dead stock. So I went to this one. I went to Hagerstown yesterday. And this one spot I usually hit up. They were like, it was funny. The lady goes, "Are you gonna sell those hats?" I went like this, "Ma'am, I'm a trucker hat enthusiast." And she didn't know what to say about that. And then I picked up some other stuff. Here, I'll show this while I'm on the. I got I didn't, dude. So I found like this vintage Mac shirt, Mac trucking. The back is sweet though.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And then I found this stuff. A lot of people on the Whatnot app was asking for more sports stuff, so I might dig out some sports stuff. But check this out. This
Oh, yeah, got that
Miami Dolphins '94 polo. It's got the two-toe.
Dude, that looks like a big size, man.
It is. It's on a Hummer sportswear tag. It's actually a size large though. It's 94. It's on a Hummer.
Yeah.
And then I picked this up. Tim, you'll be disappointed in me, but I had to.
Dallas Cowboys?
No.
Duke? Oh, Penguins. Yeah, you got to pick it. Oh, with the big back hit with the starter.
I know, right?
Well, that's gone
it's
quick.
It's a starter. It's an XL. It's like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what I'm saying? But I had to pick it up. She was like, I just put that out. I'm like, good. So,
Hey, look at this hat I found. I've never seen anything like this. It's got like a.
Yes. I have one of those. Yes.
And it's got the ear warmer.
Yes. Is it made by Redhead?
I don't see a tag anywhere.
Okay.
The inside's like almost like a
Like a flannel almost. Like
yeah, almost like a
chamois?
terry cloth kind of feel. To
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got no tag though. That was the other day at a yard sale. I got all the ladies' hats.
Yeah, those are cool. I think
Corduroys.
Yeah, we can be matching, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, this is like one that my child would wear.
Hey, Tim, where's your hat? You know what I'm saying? We were matching right here.
Oh, okay.
I got this hunter hat though.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's the all foam
Yeah.
and a Bass Pro Shop one.
Bass Pro Shop, yeah.
Yeah, I think those are good. This is my favorite one.
Oh yeah, that. There we go. There's Tim's hat. There we go. the vintage palm.
Dude.
You had the Miami one, and you had another one though too. What was the other one?
The White Sox.
Now who makes those?
They're
it's New Era.
Yeah, they're the 950 New Era.
Let me see the tag on that. Can I see the tag? Okay. I haven't seen those patch hats.
Ooh, I did pick up some fitteds. I never really pick these up unless they're super clean. But I picked this.
Oh yeah.
And these are the authentic on fields.
Yes. Those do well. They don't. I mean, they don't command a lot of money. Like
15, $20. Yeah. But I picked up the classic ones.
Look at the bill molded on that there.
Yeah, but that'll come. Yeah, just
this one is my favorite though.
Who is that? Coastal Carolina?
Yep.
Look at that!
Oh,
Look at that!
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What are they? The Catamount? No.
The Chanceliers.
The Chanticleers or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this.
This looks too natural for me.
K's Fine Jewelry, Aruba, St. Martin, St. Kitts.
Hey, there you go.
It's got like on the back, happy wife, happy life. Yeah, I got a Home Depot Racing, Tony Stewart.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
They're always good. I've got a bunch of these. I've got new ones of these though. The Vietnam.
Yeah.
I've got those. Look in the new.
Oh, I picked up some Dairy Queen hats. They're on the table though. They just say Dairy Queen or whatever.
I got some vintage shoes for you guys.
Are those authentic? Are those
Yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah, they got the maker date on September 1973.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a little wooden shoe action. That's all my hats, man. Ken was saying he may pop in. This dude messages me the other day. They're cleaning out the attic of his house, and he finds all his hats. Like he was in Future Farmers of America.
Oh yeah,
dude, he finds all his hats from the 80s that are in a fish box. Like, and he said most of them were never worn. He just had them sitting around on the shelves on his house. Yeah. So every kind of farm. He used to work for Case.
Oh, so he's got all the farmer ones and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He said that he hasn't even looked through it. He's gonna bring it on and do like the unboxing.
Nice.
I was like, well, come on.
Right?
We're always down to look at people's stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I went out yard sailing on Saturday, but I didn't hit much. Most of it's still in the car too. Like, so I got like a bunch of baseball bats at this one spot. And that's about it though. Oh, I got some I went by the Mission yesterday and got a bunch of. Oh, you know what? I'll go grab that real quick. I got a bunch of stuff for my booth for it. Let me go grab that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jimmy yet. I got all these Ertl toys. Like all those. Farm Country. Yeah. Some of those are like 175, 180 a set. What you got? You're on mute. What the heck is that, dude?
A small vice.
What's on the back? The backside of
it goes into a big vice, and then you can work on smaller things.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep. They're about $40 if you find them. If you find them cheap, they're about $40 on eBay.
That's crazy, man. When I first looked at the back of it, I thought it was like some kind of like wire cutter or something on the backside.
No. You guys know me. 95% is going to be a tool.
The other day, I went out to a yard sale that had a bunch of tools, but let's just say I felt unsafe at this one.
and that's the thing, because I was at a yard sale yesterday or the day before, and there was a bunch of hats, and they were all beat up, and I didn't. They wanted $2 a piece, and I just walked by them, and not in a mean way, but it's just if you don't know about it,
yeah,
I don't want to put that energy.
Oh, trust me. I've gone to places full of glass. I'm like,
what do I do?
You know.
Cameron messaged me the other day. He was out in the States, so he messaged me on Instagram, and he's looking at stuff. I'm like, okay, get that. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm not virtual shopping.
Yeah, the place I went, they had some ladders, and I need a good sturdy ladder. But it was weird. It was like these two like 40, 50-year-old dudes sitting there. And so I started asking them, I said, how much the ladder they? Well, I think it's got the price on it.
Yeah.
And I looked at them like, well, I don't see any prices. How much I want for these? And the guy goes, oh, we got to wait till Paw gets back because he don't let us touch anything. I said, all right, guys, have a great day.
Don't you love that when you go to a yard sale and one person looks at the other person, they look at each other and they still don't give you a price?
Yeah, I was like, but it was out in the sticks. Okay, it was gravel road, and it was just like, yeah, let's. You could hear the banjos in the back. You know what I'm saying?
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
Yeah, it was just like I was like. I did find some cool some shoes yesterday at the Mission. This brand right here, it's not like Florsheim. This was like Florsheim's competitor, but Hanover, LB Shepherd. They were big back in the 60s and the 70s. But look, it's still in the OG bag.
That's cool.
I mean, they're nothing to. I mean, they're just whatever. I got them at the Mission, but you know, I thought it was cool to see the bag still. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Kent said you got to tell us about the lady who started the conversation with. They sell online for it.
Oh man. Oh, yeah. So I was on the phone. Let's see. This was. Yeah, so after yard sale, I was like, let me go down to the it's the flea market they have next to Dinosaur Land, Tim's #1 tourist attraction spot. And so I'm looking, and you know how they have all the tables, and they have this Macaulay Culkin doll from Home Alone. And I pick it up and I'm looking at it. And I said, well, how much do you want for this? She goes, you know how much that goes for online?
Oh.
I put it down. I said, that's all I need to hear. Ma'am, you have a nice day.
Yep.
I just walked off.
Yep.
I caught my tongue because I was almost saying, well, let me see it online. Where can I buy it from you online?
Yeah. Oh, you got it listed? I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, it was. I did pick up some. I went out of my comfort zone and picked up some teapots, Tim.
Oh yeah.
But they're funny. They're dumb. They come in these boxes. I don't know. Look, see.
Who makes them?
World Bazaar.
Oh.
That's cheap. That's cheap Chinese stuff, right?
That's that mall store.
But listen, sometimes I'd be surprised. Sometimes some of those things people pay for.
Look, it's got the little settings, like the topper. I don't know. They were at the Mission. I said, let me get some stuff. I saw them in the box and everything like that. I said, let me just pick some up to put them in my booth.
I was gonna say that they'll probably sell in your booth for like $10-15.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? Put $10 on them and let them go. But no, this one, but they were all like, I got 3 of them. This one has a dog on it too.
Hey Eric, I found your GPS. Is this your GPS?
Yeah. Wait,
I got the box for you too.
I got some Croc sandals.
Hold on.
Croc sandals. They're a little more beat than what I thought they were. Hey Tracy. Tracy, I hope you're finally feeling better this week.
Hey Tracy.
Yeah.
Sorry, dogs are going wild. This one's cute. Look at that. Look, this one's got the little the sofa. The dog sleeping on the sofa. You pour it over here. So, same brand and everything like that.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, I just thought, yeah, again, I was like, I know these aren't,
Yeah. Well, it's like you were talking about earlier, right? You got to have that lower end stuff in it, like, the low, the mid, the high. You got to have it all.
This one's interesting too. This is the last one I'll show you.
Hey, Nate, Rummage for Riches. Good to see you, bro.
I don't think this one's been ever taken out. Maybe. It's a little stove. And then here's the topper on it.
Yeah, they love those little. They're like character.
Yeah, it's a little tchotchke, a little, like it's different. It's nothing. But I mean, I got these at the Mission. Okay, that should tell you everything. Literally. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking the other night at your auction. Like, even when stuff was going low, I was like, I know Cernock, he ain't paying nothing for it.
Yeah,
unless it's new with tags, he ain't buying it.
Yeah, it's not like anything like crushed me. Yeah, were there shirts that I'm like, I thought those would go for a little bit more. Yeah, but then there were shirts that I thought like that Bill Clinton one went for like $50. I thought, I'll get like $30 for this one. So it all averaged out. 32 shirts, $418 in sales. That's not bad.
What do you think you got at home?
What?
$1 a piece?
Oh yeah.
At most, probably.
Yeah. Then they had these at the Mission. I was like, you know what? I gotta pick these. At first I said, let me see those. Are those like classical musical busts? And she's like, yeah. Here, take a look at them. So and then I looked at them like, wait a minute, these don't look like Mozart or Beethoven or Bach. So this is what I picked up. Look at these guys.
What the heck is that, man? Hey, that one dude looks like oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
was
Benedict Cumberbatch.
gonna say. Yeah.
And I forget what this guy's name is. Anybody in the chat know this? He was in Sherlock.
Oh man, I can't think of his name, but I was thinking Sherlock. I was like, it's that series.
Yeah, it's a
I don't
so
know if you
I
guys-
picked those up too. I was like, you know what? I didn't want to make her put it back in the case. I was like,
Is it Michelle said Watson? Is it Watson?
My
Yeah,
dear
yeah.
Watson.
the character name, yeah, Sherlock and Watson. What was the actors? Let's see. Sherlock. Oh, it's a television series.
Yeah.
Oh, Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch. That's who it is. So, yeah, that's some of the. And then it was so funny. So I come there with all the shoes, and she goes, "Oh, we're doing a special on shoes today. I'm glad you came." And I'm like, "Okay, what's the special on shoes?" She's like, "Fill a box for $2."
Oh my god.
So I had like a whole like. I said, "Well, does this fill a box?" She's like, "Yep." And then so I got like all those teapots, all those shoes. She's like, "All right, $6." I'm like, done. Yeah, Susie, Lord of the Rings. Was Martin Freeman, and then Benedict Cumberbatch was in what was the he was in what was the Marvel movie?
Yeah, isn't he
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
That's who I thought when you first held it up. I was like, is that Doctor Strange? That's what I'm thinking, but I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know I'm dinging. Jesus Christ.
Hey, check out these New Balance.
Oh, cool. They're like a kind of like a hiking.
Yeah, I think so. M808CO.
It's not even open.
Now, how long did it take you to pack your 32?
20 minutes.
It was more around like 45 minutes. So
It took me 4 hours last night to pack mine.
Tim, why did that sound like you said that in a little bit of like?
I saw the picture and I showed it to Josie on was it your Instagram story? I think I showed
I did it for you, man. I was like, I gotta post this now.
No,
And
my,
he's gonna be like, you did that?
I showed it to Josie. I was like, man, you see this? This is what I'm talking about, man.
so now my question is, how much bubble wrap did you use?
None.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Tim, I had to do that.
Yeah, no bubble wrap. Some guy ordered 4 shirts, and I actually had to put them in a box.
Oh man, you okay?
Yeah, I was okay with that. Yeah, minimal tape. Everything was just going in priority envelopes. I was like, oh, another multiple order. Boom. I'll take that all day.
Well, I knew that one guy was hitting it pretty good. I thought I still remember him buying like 4 or 5 shirts. It seemed
Yeah,
like.
yeah. So, and then I got a bunch of followers on there and everything. So,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
yeah, I'm gonna start tonight. I might get it. The only thing. It's because it's not a bad thing. It's because I'm not good at it. Is like typing all the information on your phone,
It's a blower.
and it's just like I'm not a good like typing.
What about
So do this. Type
What
it on
about
your
a tablet,
computer. Type it on your computer. Email it to yourself. Copy and paste.
Didn't think about that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a tablet?
No.
Yeah.
We used to, but they got damaged. They got broken.
It got kidded.
Yeah.
I got kidded.
Yeah. No, Susie, they don't let you bring your own box. I mean, if you listen, the prices are already cheap. Yes, literally, my box could have been like this big, and they still would have. They still would have gave. Wait, Michelle says they're both in the MCU. Oh, he was in Black Panther. That's right. Sorry, I'm going back into my.
I sold my first coffee pot this weekend.
Coffee pot?
Yeah.
Was it the Mr. Coffee ones?
No, Braun.
Oh.
$40. It took like 4 days. And I sold that sealed copy of Minecraft.
How much did that go for?
Well, there was a little bit of damage to the I don't know what you call that, the wrap.
Uh-huh.
So it sold for $115.
Oh, nice.
This weekend I picked up a sealed copy of Rock Band 3, Legends of Rock. Not as nice as the Minecraft, but still $40 hopefully.
My brother Michael got an email back from the grading company. Said that his was for the video game for the Tony Hawk 2. Basically said like, hey, we want to let you know that it got a grading of like 9 point higher to mint.
Nice.
So we just wanted to know, or is higher something. Basically, there's a badge that they can put on it for an extra like $8 or something like that. They're like, we want to go. We want to know. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, get that badge. Yeah, get everything you need.
You saw the Super Mario, the N64 game sold this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm looking at because he's like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to. I'm looking into heritage auctions.
Yeah,
that's who's doing like a lot of these video game things right now. So I'm gonna look into that. I know they take like 40% or something crazy like that, but still,
they're the top in the graded video game auction market right now.
Exactly. So if you want to get eyeballs on your stuff, why not? And then not take a chance with eBay, you know?
Sotheby's.
Coming up next, we have a 9.8 graded, Wata graded Tony Hawk.
Joe Deals wants to know how the booths is doing.
Hey, dude, going strong. I need to go out there.
Yeah,
I might go out there.
Wait. What are days of the pickups? The 30th and the 6th?
No, the 5th and the 20th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll go out there this weekend then. I mean, this week.
Yeah, I was thinking about going out this week too.
Because I got some stuff for the booth.
Me too. I think I need to kind of like really put some more stuff in there. So I got tons of stuff, you know. So maybe I'll work on that tonight. But no, I'm selling stuff every day, and it's just kind of mind blowing. Where it's like, man, someone's going by every day and picking something up. So
I've already paid for this month.
Yeah.
In sales.
That's the mailman. We get so excited. How the booths. They're doing good. You want people to see you? Come here. Look, show me a weird eye. Show me a weird eye. You can't see it.
Is that a boy or a girl?
Boy, I got both boys.
So does he have his own t-shirt?
No, not yet. No, stop laying on the clothes. Stop. Dogs. Yeah. He needs to. He is a scary. Come here. He is scary. Come here.
The perfect shirt for him would be, "No, I am not a gremlin."
He is. Look, he's turning into a gremlin.
He looks like a gremlin.
You're a gremlin. You're a gremlin. You're a gremlin. All right.
Oh wow.
If they're new games and they're sealed, then yeah, it would be worth it. But for me, my rule of thumb is I don't pick up a video game unless it's $20 plus or more, and I'm paying $2. Unless it's sealed. If it's sealed, I don't care what it is, I'll pick it up because sealed video game anything will sell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like I won't. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, I can buy this video game for $2 and sell it for $9 because, yeah, you sell it for $9, but then after fees and then the time to list and everything, it's just not worth it. So I like to have, like $20 usually my range, and then it also depends on the sell-through rate. But like it's tough because like around here, you go there and it's like 50. It's like every Madden from like 09 to like 20, and you're just like.
I know, right?
every single sports game you can imagine, and then like Call of Duties and Assassin's Creed, and like the Lego Star Wars, and just like all those games. They're not new, but a lot of them got a box. I paid like 70 cents a game almost. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the games because a lot of these times those games are going to be like $4,
Yeah,
$5. Yeah, you only paid 70 cents, which isn't technically a bad profit percentage in margin, but you have to consider fees, your time, shipping, and listing, and just really like think to yourself, does it work for your business model? Because everybody's business model is different. So if it works for you, then you go for it. That's how I always look at it. Like, just because I won't do something doesn't mean that you shouldn't do something.
yeah.
Because the average price of game for $10 to $15. So I mean, like, yeah, if you look at it like that, 70 cents to $15 is percentage-wise a great profit margin. So if that works for your business model, then yeah, go for it. But you just have to, look at the big picture. Sometimes it's easy to get caught in that, like, oh, I'm only paying 70 cents and I'm turning 70 cents into $15. So over some time, it kind of gets, you have to look at the bigger picture, like fees and time and stuff like that. But like, especially if you're just starting and you're trying to fill things in your store, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
It's great advice.
Yeah, those lower end ones too. I always do the lot. Like you said, if you pick up a lot of it, a lot's different than picking them up individual. Like I probably would not pick up the low end games on an individual basis, but the low end ones you can lot them up. That way you're only shipping, one thing of like 4 or 5. You make it worthwhile at that point. For me. Or if you get a console, then you can add those games in and up the value of your console. Would be the other thing. Like all the Guitar Hero games, like when I pick them up, a lot of times I don't even list them. I just set them aside because I'm going to find that guitar. So if I find the guitar, then I've got the Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Now you're talking a little extra. But
Yeah, there you go, Kent. Filler and chum to help catch bigger sales.
Yep. Tim, that was a great point. People look at me and they look at my store like, oh, why are you selling $8 items? Because they're buying other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's all, I mean, people say it might be crazy, but it's all about the algorithm. That a few couple sales, small sales, start off the day can launch you into a pretty good day.
I've been playing the game. Today is the 20th or the 19th. No, today's the 20th. I've been playing the game since the beginning of the month. I started doing 7 listings a day. Every single day, I got to do 7. And I put my percentage up. My what is it? Not percentage. Promoted up to 7%. I'm selling over 7 items a day, and my sales went up 50%.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not for me. I mean, and some of them are big sales. I had last week. I had $200-300 sales.
Hey, do you guys know what this is?
A ruler?
Yeah, this is the Hemi right here. Let me see if I can focus in. These is slide rulers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one sells for like $40.
Really?
Yeah. The Hemi slide rule by Post. Yeah, those things are pretty good.
I keep my eyes out for that stuff. Like, there's so much stuff. I'm just like, I don't know. All those. See, I've been going a lot of sales this week. It was just nothing but kids' clothes. And it's just like when I see that, it's just like, oh.
Yeah, this thing, man. Once again, estate sale. So if it's in the box, bro, it's coming home.
Oh yeah.
Like, so this has the pouch is a little jacked. It's got a little damage on it. The ruler's perfect. It came in the box. The box is a little beat up. So, but these things are like from 1930, man. Like they're almost 100 years old.
What is the best thing to look for? You can find, I think you're saying fairly often to sell. For me, okay.
Honestly, some of it, man. I mean, just if you're interested in something, or if you see a lot of something, like for me, if you do a little research, like look at your sell-through rates on stuff. Like if you look and see that, hey, these particular groups of items are selling through quicker, then I mean, but really, you kind of have to adapt to where you're at. Like
Yes.
That's how it's been for me.
Because there's areas like I'm in South Carolina now, and there was mills that used to be a lot of mills and a lot of places here that the factories are gone now. Well, a lot of the employees have stuff in their house that they're selling at the yard sales. So whatever was hot in that area was in that area. Just because that company closed down doesn't mean it's not sought after in the rest of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Kent's got the secret to success right there.
Don't listen to anything Kent says when it's followed by multiple explanation points. You can listen to anything Kent says when Kent is serious because Kent's very smart.
No, I saw.
But when he throws those extra explanation points in it, be wary. Those are usually sarcasm points, is what we like to call them.
Usually, I mean, any kind of hat. I'll pick up any kind of hat. Also. Oh, Kent. You know what? Let me show you some stuff for Kent real quick.
Crusty hats is what Kent says.
Kent says I'm dropping bolo bombs. Oh, Dave, why'd you log me out?
I don't know if they're bolos or bombs.
There's something. Oh my gosh. Muhammad, I've sold some unopened boxes of Pokemon. I don't break boxes anymore. I used to, and it pretty much screwed me every time I did it. So, because I know I'm not going to list individual cards. I just not. Like I know me. So, and honestly, if I pick up used Pokemon, I've got a guy that I just take it all to, and he buys it. He'll give me half of whatever retail is out of the gate, and I don't have to do any research. So, what they say.
I found something very interesting at the Ross. I gotta do some more research. But they had this polo.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the.
They had this polo jacket, or like this polo, like kind of zip up. But here's the weird thing for me, because I do a lot of clothes. It's got. You might not be able to see that. It's there you go. It's got a Talon. It's got a Talon zipper.
Huh.
But it's I mean it's new with tags. You know, it's $168. I got it at Ross for $24.99. But that Talon zipper is like really throwing me off because I've never seen polo with a vintage Talon zipper.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't know. It's weird. I picked that, and I picked up. I went back and they had a large of one of these. It's a brand new with tags. It's a Sherpa jacket, or the Sherpa trucker, but it had the Levi's. You know, it's new, but it's got the big E. I don't know if you can see. Come on, camera. It has the big E on the Levi's. Right there.
Oh yeah, I see you.
So, I picked it up.
All right, Mr. Bill.
We're gonna try to run that. All right, you can take me off. No, Talon is good. No, Talon is good for vintage. I've never seen Talon on polo though. So it's like, what? It just threw me off. I had to buy it for $25. Mike Tyson type polos. I was gonna say,
Yeah, some of these slide rules are like a couple $100 if you find the right one.
There's a company that is their slide rules. It's drafting equipment, and the name of it is it's Leroy something.
Leroy something.
Yeah, it's a company that made slide rules, but the name of the company is Leroy. So I bought a couple. I got them put away because there was one point in my life where whatever said Leroy, I was buying it.
Love it.
That's when I had extra money, and I would just go on eBay drunk at night and just buy stuff that said Leroy.
What? Ooh, I hope I have these. I sold some of my Macari. Ooh. Let's go see about that. I might have it. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. That's weird.
Tim. Tripping.
All right. Well, hopefully I go to the basement. I have those pair of shoes.
To the shoe wall you go.
To the yes.
So now we've had this conversation before, but you have so much stuff. How many items do you have to like? You can't drop ship. Like Eric will go and drop ship it. What when you don't have it? I know put your numbers down. Do you even care about that in a sense?
I mean, if it's on eBay, yeah.
Yeah.
On the other platforms like Macari, like the one that I care about the least, no. But it is interesting because I'm like, I don't know. I probably have the shoes. I might not. It's whatever. I try to keep pretty good track of stuff. It was weird on my eBay. It says one available, one sold, and then it says you end this listing by indicating this item is no longer available on my eBay. I don't know what that means.
I've been battling with this chick on. I think it's a chick on Poshmark for the last 2 days.
For what?
A hat. It's gotten like most people probably it would bother them, but like I kind of get a kick out of it. I mean, she's like doing like offer and bundle, like it's hilarious. She's got like 3 different like threads of offers. So it's a vintage 90s Rhodes Commodore laurel leaves on the brim, gold rope, blue and gold hat. It's listed for $15 on Poshmark. She sent me an offer for $6. I didn't even counter. I just declined because I'm like when it's that bad, I don't counter. Like if it's like half bad, I'll counter and let them know, So
yeah,
then I declined, and she came back with 10. So she gained a little bit of sense, and I countered with 13 because I want to make at least $10 off the hat, So I countered with 13. She countered back with 10. I countered back with 13. She countered back with 10. And then I declined it. I said, I'm not playing this game anymore. So then she offered 11. I declined 11. No counter. She offered 11 again. I declined 11. She offered 12. I declined 12.
Oh my God.
I'm not like you're you're at 12. Just go to the 13 that I offered you at. Buy the hat, and we can all move on.
They want to win.
I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? Like you're at $12. Like it's $1 more.
Tim, if I was at the flea market, you know what would happen, right?
What's that?
That hat would have been across the parking lot. I don't have patience for that.
I know, but like that's why I
think
said
I would have came back the last time with 14 and been like, here, 14.
Like I'm just like like for me, I'm just like yo. At that point, like it's almost like a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, hey,
Like I'm just like, all right, like I'm almost at the point where I'm just here to make a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Omar, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. Yeah, it is funny, man. Like you see people do that stuff. Hey, that's like I sent you guys that message about the guy that was like, I hope I have enough. Like my bank account's out. I'm like, dude, the last thing you're doing is buying a joystick. Like, I think I'd be worried about some groceries or something if that's all you got in your account. But yeah, it's funny. But you saw, I didn't send no message. I just left it blank, right? So then he bought today because he's probably like, yeah. That's as good as it gets, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I usually just go back and forth with them, like on What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I'm on like one of the platforms that allows you to write in something with your offer, once I get to my low, I usually just write in a message and I'm like, unfortunately, right now this is the absolute lowest I can go on this particular item. Hopefully, it helps Tim over the years. That's my message, my go-to message. The funniest part is when I do that, and then they send me back an offer that's lower again.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude, did you even read the message I wrote you?
They're like, nah.
Nah, they're in that third. They're in that third you talk about. That's where they're at.
All right.
That's like when I'm at the flea market and they'll come up to me and I'll have something marked for $5, and they'll come up to me. No offense to anybody that's a different language, but they'll come up to me and they'll say, "You give me $1. You give me $1." I'm like, no. Would you sell it for $1, please? I still ain't gonna sell it, but like, I hate when they say, "You give me." No, I'm not giving you nothing. I get so mad. I just walk away now, or I'll take it and I'll throw it in the van, and it's not for sale.
No soup for you.
I get so mad.
That's like one of my favorite Seinfeld episodes.
Then they come back. Oh, here's $5. Here's $5. It's gone. I see you put in truck. No, you didn't see me put in the truck. No, it's gone. Oh,
yeah, I balance it, and I do try to think about that myself because, like, I know for me, like, I'm gonna come, like, if the price isn't where I want, I will come low. Like, if someone makes me throw out a first price, I'm coming low, like, because I know that it's got to come up. But
I'll do the walk away when I'm at the flea market. I'll do the walk away if the price isn't where I want it to be. I'll throw them a number and I'll walk away.
You almost have to at the flea market, man. Yeah. That's how I got those bats that I sold with these guys. So I was like, dude, I'm out. Like, the guy's like, oh, no, five a piece. Started out at 20. I was like, yeah.
It's always that first, like, you pick up a couple things to see where the head is if you don't know the table or the person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kent. Yeah. Research the people making lowball offers sometimes. They'll have stores where they're selling like $600 jackets and stuff. I'm like, why are you lowballing me like crazy on some of this stuff? And it's like, you're selling.
Hey, that makes you want to go in on their store and be like, hey, I'll give you $5 for this $100 item.
I know someone that does that a lot.
He's not in the chat right now, is he?
Yeah, it's just.
Hey, Jerry, you might get a chance to see it in live action. You can go hang out at his booth once he figures out where. These conversations are funny to listen to since I sell and buy at yard sales and flea market. Yeah. I mean, I think we all like. I mean, there's a few times I pay what's out. Like if I roll up in it and it's where it's within my margin, then I don't really haggle. Like, you know, but if it's like on the cusp, yeah, I'm putting it in. Like, hey, let's see if we can get. Sometimes it becomes a game, right? Like you go in and you say, I wonder what I could get that for.
Well, I think it's all about making the bundles. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's what you got. You know,
you got to do it. Go
ahead. Leroy.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking to. Go ahead.
No, I went to a yard sale on Saturday, and I walked up, they had a big tarp with clothes and shoes and everything on. There's sometimes, like I said, there's sometimes you just know instantly. You're like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm like, I saw these boots, and it was Tony Lama boots, and then they had a pair of Justin boots next to them. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see what I can get. And I said, they were sitting underneath this canopy, and I said, how much you want for those boots? And he's like, oh, 75 and 50.
Done.
And I'm like,
Nope.
Peace out. I'll see y'all later. Like,
hey, Joe. You laugh, but I get people that watch me. I'm not saying I'm as cool as Tim, but people come to my stand just to watch my reaction and just the things that come out of my mouth. I don't know how they come out of my mouth. I don't practice them. They just come out of my mouth. But yeah, I will be in Tennessee. I don't know where yet, but I will be somewhere where Eric is going to be in that corridor, I hope.
Yeah, Rummage for Riches is setting up in Crossville as well, so there'll be somebody else out there. Yeah, I think it's sometimes for me it's fun. Like I love like the whole. I mean, I've been to sales. I was messing with media for a little while, like that's DVDs, because I bought all those seasons, the box sets. So once I got those, I kind of fell down that rabbit hole for a little while, and I was doing that. So I would go to yard sales. They'd have all the DVDs out there like stacked. And you go up in there, I was like, how much are the DVDs? Oh, they're 3 for $5 or 1 for $3 or something like that. And I'm like, I would look at them sometimes. I was like, how much for all of them? And then they, for most people at yard sales, that kind of they're like, what? Like somebody's fixing to buy. And so they're trying to figure them all up. She's like, well, if we did them at 3 a piece, like 3, and I was like, she goes, I could do 2 or something like that. And I was like, well, I said, let me ask you this: is somebody going to come here and buy all these DVDs today? And she's like, like you could tell, like the wheels are starting to turn. I said, are you going to pack them up and carry them to the thrift store, or what are you doing here? So yeah, we ended up she come back with. I threw out a number that I was comfortable with. There was like 300 DVDs. I was like, look, I'll do like $80, and she's like, really? And that's only because there was a couple box sets that I knew were like $80. And so we come back. She's like 100. And I was like, I'm sitting there going, I was like, I don't know, 100. But she had like 2 VCRs. Like one was a DVD recorder, the VCR sitting there. I was like, if you throw those machines in, we can do 100. But I do stuff like that all the time. Like I'll be like, are you really going to sell all this? Like here I am I'm taking away 3 tables of stuff from your yard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not going to pay, $300 or $400 for these things. I'm like, we're getting out of here on the cheap. Or we're getting out of here, one or the other.
Or you end up like I did it at one place. They had all these like 45s with the album covers and everything on it.
Yeah.
70s, 80s, some 90s type stuff. And I was looking. I was like, how much you want for these? They're like 75 cents a piece. I said, well, what if I bought them all? Guy looked me dead in my eye and goes, 75 cents a piece. I said, well, who's going to count them all? He's like, I am. I said, well, you're gonna sit here and count all this stuff? What if I just, give me a price for everything? And he's like, 75 cents a piece. I'm like, you know what? I'm out.
I had that guy do that, man. I went to the sale, and the guy had great stuff. He had antiques. It's where I got all those lamp finials or whatever from. So he had great stuff, but like he would not budge on anything. Like I'm like, what if I make a bundle? He's like, it'd be the same price. Like, what if I threw every trick in the book at this dude. Like, I mean, he had a box of those finials, and I was like, man, like he's like, I know what he already like. He had the playbook, man. He already knew like what was coming. I was like, he goes, I know what you're fixing to ask. Like, how much for the box? He said, I'll go ahead and tell you they're $2 a piece. Ouch. Have you been watching my channel? Like, what's going on? Like, one of those things.
Yeah, Jeremiah. Yeah, I should have had them count. Like, you know what? They're not in the best condition. Yeah, like, work with me.
I'm stuck.
What do you got?
What do you think I should list this bicycle seat for?
What is it?
I mean, it's worn, but it's like a suede. It's Viscount Terra seat, suede bicycle seat. It's vintage, probably late 80s, early 90s.
What's it say on the side?
model number doesn't match. I wasn't able to. What's it say on the side? It says Viscount Terra. Terra Viscount.
What's it look like underneath? Let me see underneath.
No springs there.
I mean, it's got a model number, but I wasn't able to find anything on the model.
I
mean, you can see it's like, you know what's interesting is I'm assuming there's a possibility that somebody, I don't know, if somebody put the suede, they couldn't put the suede on themselves because the marking's on the suede too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well made. Like, if you look at the way that the suede is tucked in on there and like hardcore staples. No, Google. I mean, the thing that's what bothers me and what makes it difficult is I have like Viscount, I have Terra, I have a model number 2214. But it's just there's no, like, when I can't find something when I have information, it drives me crazy. Because you guys know, like, I dive deep. I'm like, am I missing something here? So I was right in that same sort of range, Kent. I was thinking somewhere between 35 and 60.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It looks like the suede ones that are around are like in the $50 range, like that are out there. Like, not necessarily that brand, but other brands.
Yeah. And I mean, the suede is worn too, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
So you just hit it on the See, here's somebody that has a Terra, but a different stock number. That's got the split butt thing on it. Like,
The what?
what's the other side look like? Just flat. Yeah, a little pad on each side.
It's got the split butt for the crack.
Yeah.
It's got a pad per cheek.
Yeah. Dude, I would hit it around 50, and then you can always take offers.
Yeah, for sure.
For $12.
He's still going to make money if he sells it at 12.
Yeah, I paid $2 for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, good to see you, man.
Was that at the shed?
Yeah.
Man, I'm about to go hit the shed up with you one day.
Look,
You better bring your boxing gloves.
yeah. I will tell you not the last weekend of the month is $1, $2 on Saturday, fill a box on Sunday. But I mean, when it comes to by the time Sunday comes around, it's ridiculous.
You hauling off the trash, huh?
But I go because you never, like, let me tell you, there's nobody's there. There's nobody there comping. I'll tell you that 100%. Nobody's there comping. Everybody's buying off of gut, feel, and our collectors. So I usually, my first go around, I that's how I buy too. I buy off of just what I know and gut and feel. And then my second time around, because the first time is just like you gotta it's a battle. You don't have time to comp. You spend 10 seconds on comping something, 10 things in front of you are gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you got to get there early. Josie and I get there at 5:30. This past weekend we got numbers 5 and 6, and we got there at 5:30.
What time's the doors open?
7.
Okay.
So we get there. We usually pull in the parking lot. My man Lonnie is there in the pickup truck with the numbers. We get our numbers. Then we drive down the street to McDonald's, and then we drive to Starbucks, and then we come back. We eat, drink, watch a little YouTube, and then we get out and we walk around a little bit to some of the other people as they're setting up at the market, because the market's fairly small, very small. And then after that, we wait. And sometimes we'll look at the pictures, because she posts pictures beforehand, and we'll look at the pictures and see, try and come up with some sort of game plan. Like, okay, this is what we got to go for, because there are people there that you have to compete with that are looking for the same stuff. So if I don't have Josie there, it's so difficult because most of those people come in pairs, and so they attack each end. And if you get behind one of them, you just have to jump ahead and just try and it's very strategic. Everything I do is strategic, I guess. I'm a weirdo like that.
I just noticed I got my top rated back. I thought I was under. Yay for me.
Dang. Hey, so I've been picking up, like I told you, I've been shopping bathroom lately, right?
Yeah.
$20 bar save right here.
Cernog, did you ever sell those soaps?
Bro, I made a killing off
You
it.
did.
Bro. Okay. I think I have a few left. But, I mean, I murdered with those soaps.
I'll never forget that. That was like, my mind was blown away. I love it when my mind gets blown. Like last week with Jimmy with those puzzles, I didn't know. I missed that Rev, Bolo. So when he was telling me about those puzzles, you best believe I was at a thrift store yesterday. I was like this. I ain't seen no liberty.
Charles Wysocki puzzles as well. Remember I did
Yeah, I remember you told me about those too.
I with that too. So yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, what do you call the bigger plug on like the headphones? So you get your regular jack, and then the older ones, they were a little bit wider. Is there a name for those?
It's 3.5, I think.
So they still look the same, but they're a lot bigger.
Yeah.
They're called as 3.5, is it?
I think that's what it is. Kent's in here. He'll correct me if I'm wrong, or he'll agree with me if I'm right.
1/4 inch.
0.4.
Thank you, Kent.
Wysocki. Yeah, if you ever find that mecha puzzle, man, that one sells for big money.
Right. I was watching a video. Oh, everyone's selling their pandemic puzzles. Yeah, the Wysocki. I killed it with the Wysockis.
Phono plug. They also have adapters. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Kent. Thank you. So.
All right. That's what I was looking for. Mono price.
Yeah, they sell all the adapters and everything like that.
So check these bad boys out. Dun, dun, dun. Farm country.
Where'd you get those from?
Thrift store, dude.
Erdl. That's Erdl, right?
Yeah.
That stuff can sell pretty good.
Yeah. And these are all complete. So
So I was selling those Waisaki puzzles. I was selling 4 for like $60 during the pandemic.
geez.
I had over 100 puzzles, and I lotted them up in groups of 4. So I had like 20. I think I had like 28 boxes, and I have like 1 box left. So I sold like 95% of them.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Somebody has fluorescent lights, the 18-inch fluorescent light bulb, used, untested. He sold it for $36 on bid. Holy mackerel.
So that's all sealed in there?
No.
No?
There's some of it that's in original package, the rest are in Ziplocs. But it's all here.
Hey, yeah. Not Susie. Well, I don't know yet if Jimmy sold any of them. He might be still sleeping. Yeah.
Either that or he's
He's out scoring in a thrift store or something.
Either that or he's counting his money.
Ranch. Longhorn.
Yeah, Doyle. I just found like similar looking, not similar, but kind of go through like, I had all those puzzles, so I put them in kind of like themes. And yeah, it was just I put them all in a number 7 priority mailbox. So, and I charged shipping on top of it. So. I'll be right back.
Dude, I would not have time to put all that together today. All the pictures have like it all set up. Yeah. I do have some individual pieces also, but I'll do it. Actually, I gotta get up. I picked these up. I have no idea what they're worth.
Long Johns.
In the pack.
They're worth whatever somebody is willing to pay for them.
Check these out. You need some grandpa pajamas?
What are those?
Them grandpa pajamas.
Who makes that? Royal Knight?
Royal Knight. Dacron polyester.
Does it have a date on it or anything like that? Or
Nah, but they ain't no UPC or anything.
yeah.
They look old. I don't know if this is worth anything either. Old Timex wall clock. Made in Japan. In the box. What's cool at the thrift store there, he had all these farm toys.
Oh yeah, bro. Some of that stuff can do well. You know that.
Look at this Ertl.
Yeah, dudes. Have you comped any of that stuff?
No. I paid $20 for this whole box.
Oh yeah, you'll make your money. You'll make your money back on that because if it's Ertl, some of the stuff it's been discontinued or
Yeah, this is Ertl too, like a little grain wagon thing.
Yeah.
It all looks pretty good shape. I mean, there's a couple of John Deere. This one's got plastic, but it's made in USA.
Yeah.
It's Ertl as well, John Deere. The old plow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it had this extra and then extra farm country. Dude, what the heck is this? Check this out, man. This is
make the sounds.
Yeah, made by Ertl. That's pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, that's.
Susie said that PJs go for 22 to 40 with shipping. Those weren't even in the box; they're only in the plastic. Nice. Ertl. I showed you guys that Stanley Cup thing, huh?
Oh yeah.
Official. 1994.
Is it signed?
It's signed by the commissioner. Official game puck signed by the commissioner.
Oh, cool.
Probably $20. Unless you put it on Whatnot.
Yeah, you had that. Look at that. New Holland 660. That red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I just saw it on the pick click. Well, I missed it. Someone had one for like $40. Yeah, sold that. Let me hold up that one again. That New Holland 660. Yeah, they sold that for like $40.
Nice.
44.87 auction. 16 bids.
Yeah, I paid. I mean, like, I will say this: I paid up a little bit on these sets because, like, these things are like not. I think I paid all total. I was in everything for $95.
Yeah.
But I knew when I saw like those green and peas. One of those is sealed, is new in the box. It sells for like 175.
Yeah.
The other one's open, but everything's there. That's complete. And then when I saw this is kind of what sealed it, because when I opened this and I had all them farm implements, the other thing it has in here is like 2 silos and another barn that goes with that. That's all Ertl. So I was like, yeah.
Oh, Susie, you're so right. She says, "What night used to be such a pet peeve of mine. It's a fill-in nonsense phrase that doesn't mean anything, but now I remember it's the name of that app."
I'm so bad at that. I
Dude.
always use whatnot.
When people see, here's the thing. You know, growing up where I did, and when I came to the East Coast, like when I came out to this area, and I heard people saying like and whatnot, I was like, what? Like I had never heard that term ever, and I started hearing it everywhere, and I was like, what are you talking about? What is, you know, like, and every time I heard it, it was like a siren in my ear. I was like, that and Washington.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
We're going to Washington D.C. Where's that R? Where's that R? I mean, we're washing our clothes. Where's that R in that?
I'm sure when I go places and people hear me talk, they're probably like, I don't know where to go with what he's saying.
They do that to me down here.
You hear weird stuff up here, man. The farther west you go, just get out here and start heading west. Get some weird.
They pick on me for the way I say car and park, but then they're going to go in the same sentence and say down yonder.
Yeah, but see with the car and the park, you're kind of like you're drawing out like certain letters. You're not just adding letters that don't exist in the middle of the word. I'm going to wash my clothes.
Hey, I'll say like people say instead of saying Kmart or Walmart, it's Kmark.
Kmark.
Walmart. Yeah. It's like,
I used to argue with my uncle when I was a kid. He would say H. I'm like, it's not H, it's H. No, H-I-J. No, it's not H-I-J, it's H-I-J.
What do you call the things you color with?
Crowns.
No. Crayon.
Crowns.
Crayon.
Yeah, that's
Crowns.
I always call them crayons.
Crowns, crayon. That's another thing. I had never heard that. Listen, I had never heard that until I went to Cohen. This is when Cohen was like 4 or 5 years old, and he was at daycare, and I was picking him up, and I went inside, and they were talking about crowns, and I was like, crowns.
I'm sorry.
It hit me, and I'm like, man, when Cohen got home, I said, look, a crown is when you go to Burger King and order the kids meal and get the cutout thing. That's what kings wear, a crown. The thing you color with is a cray. I made him say it like 8 times. Like cray. Yeah, turlet. Yeah, I'm going to do turlet. That's another thing.
Nah, toilet.
Hey, you know the other thing, like in Virginia, you hear is instead of saying daddy, they say diddy.
Well, see, now here's the thing. Listen, I understand with the crayon crown type thing. I understand that. Okay, and I've almost accepted the crowns, but then when someone says crayons, I'm like, what? Like, no. Like, I almost gave crowns like a pass, and then you want to come in with crayons?
Crayons.
Crayons. That's cranberries. Crayons. Yes.
What about this? What about this?
It's water.
Yeah.
Water.
Order.
I used to get picked on the way I say bathroom.
Bathroom.
Bathroom. Yeah, not bathroom.
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 There's a few words that I got made where like people were like, wait, what did you say? Like here's a weird one. Okay. So when a band, say like a band, musical act, goes out on the road, they go on what?
A tour.
On a what?
A tour.
A tour?
A tour.
See, I say tour, like tour.
They go on a tour.
But everyone's like, no, it's tour. We're going on tour. That's always screwed me up. I'm like, what's tour? Tour is something when you like, I don't know.
It's okay. I guess the main part of it is it's just how you spoke in where you're from.
Kent says the place where you keep the books. Library.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
If you guys, I mean, they started doing it way before that. But if any of you guys watch Swamp People, when they first put that show out, they had to use captions.
Yes.
Because Troy would be like, toot it. What's toot it? Did you find?
Bobby
You're like, toot the alligator. Toot it. What are you tooting?
Yeah. The great debate is down in Texas is so the pie and the nut, is it pecan or pecan? Okay. Now when I hear someone say pecan, I can't stand it. I'm like, yeah, it's not pecan. It's pecan pie. Pecan, but I hear pecan. It's like, what?
Pecan. I just call them both. Pecan pie and pecan if you're going to eat it as a nut. You eat it by yourself, but pecan pie is something different. A regular.
I guess it's the pecan has gone through the process.
Yeah. Are the fancy people what? Pralines?
Yes. Yeah. Pralines. Yeah. Yeah.
Jambalaya. Yeah.
Jambalaya.
Dude, I would love to have some jambalaya.
Well, that's like down here. They call me a Yankee. I say Yankee. They say Yankee. I mean, it sounds the same, but to me, it's like, oh, you a Yankee? Yeah. Where's the Yan come from?
Right.
Yankee.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like everywhere you go, it's so different. Even in our state, in North Carolina, man, there's accents all the way across. Like you can almost tell what region people are from because, like, the way they talk certain things.
Uh-huh.
Like most of you guys think I'm from Boston, but people in Boston are like, you're from Rhode Island. There's no way you're from Boston because you sound different. And to me, I didn't sound different.
or see, Ken will know this one. Like, it's weird. Like, people will call like crawfish crayfish. And I know there's the two different things, but it's like, every time I hear crayfish, it's like, wait, what?
I say crayfish.
See, where I grew up, it was crawfish all day.
But are there two different things? Because there's two, right?
I think
Is it crayfish and freshwater? And what's the difference? Are there two?
let's see.
What about crawdads?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I usually hear people say.
Crawfish, crayfish, and crawdads are the same animal. That's what
Mud
everybody
bugs.
says.
Mud bugs. is what
Craydids, craydaddies.
Crawdaddy.
Wish the chef sauce.
Dude, where is Tim right now? Like, we need to get the true pronunciation of these things.
He went to the pond.
No one. I don't think anyone can say that one right.
Worcestershire.
Well, in Rhode Island, I used to work in that area, Worcester,
Yes.
and nobody could say it right.
Yeah.
Even the people from there.
Worcester.
I love hearing people down here try to say Massachusetts, like Massachusetts. No, Massachusetts. Massachusetts. No, forget it.
Hey, so this thing has B 38 through 40. I'm assuming that's chest size.
What is it?
B 38 through 40. That's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, that is weird. So
Massachusetts.
I'm assuming it's like chest, like, but I don't know.
So 3840, that would be like a
Maybe like maybe one of them's I don't know. Like, I don't. That's weird.
yeah, I've never seen it.
I'm about to put it into size. Like, what size is it? It's B 38 through 40. Yeah, that's a different one.
Yeah, it's
He's getting some 7-Eleven pizza. Hey, I've got to leave in like 15 minutes. So I was going to ask you guys if anybody wanted to go live and we'd shift everybody over.
I can't. I got somewhere I gotta go.
we might just cut it short and do a long session next week.
Yeah, I'm down for that next week. And then, the following week, I think I'm 127 down. So, so it's women's.
There you go. Yeah.
I always get confused which side the button's supposed to be on. Right?
Right.
Like, isn't the old school like there's certain size or side that it's supposed to be on?
Yeah.
So this button would be, the flap would be on my left side. I mean, it don't say anything on here, but
What's the brand again?
Royal Knight.
All right.
Yeah, I would think that'd be a medium, like, but it is old, so it might be a large, like vintage large.
Yeah. Is it? See the thing. That's the worst thing. It's like, is it like all like pinned up and all that stuff and like
I don't know.
inside?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to mess with it like that. Yeah, it's got the drawers wrapped around it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, it smells vintage, buddy. Got that. I'm in need of a mothball. I'm just gonna put men's medium.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
38 to 40, whatever that means. Honestly, looking in this house at the rest of the guys' clothes, it's got to be like that. It's got to be a medium, unless it weren't for him. Of course, it's weird because the long johns I found are extra large, and they're 46 through 48.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's getting bigger drawers for.
No improv hat camp yet. If we're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I gotta make my outline. I got an outline, but I gotta get a little more scripted.
Dude, I might have some hats coming soon.
Yeah, there was someone showed me, and they said, "Hey, look, this guy in Pittsburgh has it was 300 hats for $300." I was like, I almost made a trip, but I was like, nah, you got enough stuff.
Of course, honestly, man, if you start rolling through the whatnot, if the hats are viable there,
Yeah, right.
dude. Well, man, I ran into somebody the other day who actually works at one of my thrift stores, and I was telling her about the hats. And she works at like the thrift store that has 3 branches, right? So I'm like, she goes, we throw that stuff away all the time.
I guarantee it.
I'm like, dude, don't do it anymore. Put it in a bag. The other thing, this shook me too. So I was talking to her about video game consoles. She goes, what do you look for? I was like, well, hats, electronics, video games, like that kind of stuff. She goes, what kind of games? Like new stuff? I was like, no, old stuff. Like I said, preferably like Super Nintendo, like, that era of games. She's like, yeah, when we test stuff and it don't work, we throw it right in the dumpster. Like, dude, those old games don't work, most of them, when you pick them up. Because you got to clean the pins on that stuff.
The contacts, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, she goes, yeah, we've thrown away lots of that stuff. I was like, don't do that. Like, I was like, all those cartridge games, just stack them up. Here's my number.
That's why you never see like trucker hats and all this like at Goodwill.
No.
That's and so someone can say, oh, that's not right. No, I've got buddies that go dumpster diving, like near me, and they have shown, like basically like my Goodwill. He showed it inside the dumpster. They had all these clothing, all in just they were in bags, and then what they did was for people not to go in there and dumpster dive, they threw paint on everything.
Yeah,
it's like white paint. I was like, come on, and like he showed me like bags like trucker hats and stuff he pulled out of these dumpsters because they see it and they're just like, yeah, throw it away.
Well, see, like a lot of our dumpsters around here, like that kind of stuff, dude. Like the Goodwill has, they have a compactor.
Yeah,
you can't even get in it. It's like one of those clothes that goes from the inside, so like you can't even go in there to look at the stuff. Because I've hit up a few of ours. Like I ran into somebody one time that was talking about dumpster diving. She was talking about dumpster diving behind. What is the like high dollar makeup store?
Ulta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they make soup, dude. Like they open everything up, pour it in a bag.
Yeah.
Everything you find out there. But like I went just to see. I will say they have the nicest smelling dumpster you ever run across.
Right. Like, them and Bed Bath & Beyond have like the best smelling dumpsters.
Yeah. But I go behind. Tuesday Morning has they have a foam and bubble dumpster.
Oh wow!
All they do is put foam and bubble in there, man. And like I've cleaned that thing out several times because like I won't go all the way down to the bottom, but like everything on top, bro. I'm like, okay, I'll load a box of that stuff. It's free. Like
that's what I say about Ashley Furniture. I say it all the time.
Yeah. So it's one of the things. But yeah,
they need to turn and burn to keep the inventory coming in. It's just like it's
I
sad.
don't understand like why they don't send it to a rag house or something.
Well, see, that's what the mission does. They send all their stuff to Baltimore to a rag house.
Yeah, I mean, like, because end of the day, or honestly, with Goodwill, like, why don't they just put that mess in the bins? Like, somebody dig it out. I'm shocked that somebody at Goodwill, they'll probably have people restoring hats if they see the money that's on it. They definitely are trying to keep it for themselves for sure.
Well, they did have a bins out here, but then they closed it due to COVID and everything like that. And then they shifted it and they said, we're not going to reopen it back up.
The closest bins to me is like 2.5 hours away. Like it's one of those things. I've never been to one. I'm going to at some point just because I want to just go and see what it is. But
it was funny. I had more luck at the bins with hard goods than I actually did with clothing because the bins I was going to, it wasn't like raw bins. It was like stuff that had been in the store for a long time, and then if it didn't sell there, they put it in there. But I did well with like the hard goods.
Yeah,
that and like shoes too. I did But like the clothing, man. See the thing about the clothing at the bins is it's so much. You're just digging and digging and digging, and it's just like after a while you're just like, nah, I'm not digging through thousands of pounds of women's clothing.
Yeah.
And kids' clothing to try to find men's clothing. Because like at the bins I went to, it was like 90% was like women's clothing. It was like,
kids, y'all gonna have that. I just, for me, I'm always up to like, for honestly, some of it just is the adventure side of it. Like, hey, I just want to go experience it. Like it's not really, hey, if I find stuff, that'd be awesome too. But that's why I haven't been to one because I don't want to drive 2.5 hours and blank out.
On your way back from Tennessee, if you go anywhere towards my way, towards Greenville, there's one right in Greenville.
Yeah. Now I'm coming to see you before the end of the year for sure. We're coming down that way.
Oh, besides Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'll when you think you're gonna come, let me know because I want you to come with me to my flea market honey hole, the one that I buy from.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Source your backyard. If anyone's ever near the Panhandle, you can come source my basement.
Yeah, no doubt.
Load it up.
Yeah, that's one of the things, man. I tell you, that is it's been kind of nice for us. One of the great things about doing this for me now is that I do have a little bit more freedom. Like my kids are grown. Like I don't have to, we can pretty much, hey, I'm going to go wherever, like, and roll out. I mean, obviously we got to keep production moving, but like, if you can travel, that's good. Dude, this scanner is driving me bananas, man. I better get a message on the scanner about every third day. Does it work correctly? It says right in the thing, you have to have the laptop. You have to have the software. Like, this is just the scanner. I'm going to have to take this to a pawn shop or something. Hey, you know what I should do, Leroy? I should bring this scanner to Tennessee and put it out there at your table. Beat up people.
No problem. $12 an hour for a 6 inch by 6 inch square on my table.
Hey, sorry about that, guys.
It's like a $700 scanner, so we can probably work something out.
My guy came to check out my car.
Oh, I got you.
You selling it or what?
No, remember it broke down?
Oh yeah.
It's not really broke down. It's just it broke down, but it's good. It's riding, but I don't want to mess it up further. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. It's either a clogged Cadillac converter. What is it?
Catalytic.
Catalytic, not Cadillac. Catalytic.
You missed it, Tim. We were just going over all that unpronounced words.
Oh, I'm king of those. So yeah, that and or a thermostat, the coolant thermostat, which one of those two things might have caused it to smoke up that day.
I gotcha.
So, fingers crossed. There's only 129,000, 126,000 on that thing. It's a Honda, so you know them Jones.
Leroy, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the Harley Jones.
Ooh, 675.
Yeah, man, that thing to buy it new is like $1,500. But I don't have the laptop. But there's a laptop. It doesn't go with it. It's a separate component. But the only way you can really use it properly is you have to have it.
Yeah, kids said hopefully it's a thermostat. Cheap fix.
Yeah, no doubt. Hose clamp, bro. Take the hose off. Put the thing on. Yeah. Guys, I'm about to have to hit the road.
Yep. Now, where are you going, Eric? Sorry, I missed it.
Private pick, man.
Private pick, nice.
Yeah, my guy sent me a message the other day with an address and said, "Be here at this time."
Hey.
I'm like, okay, bro. I'm down. And then he followed up with, "It's a lot of stuff that you like."
You're like, all right.
He does these estate sales sometimes where he don't invite the general public. He invites the people he knows are going to buy.
There you go. Yeah.
And it's stuff that's like usually a little better than the what's out for the general public. So I don't know. I drove by the house, like, because when I got the address, I was in that area the other day, and I was like, yeah, let me cruise by the house. And I was like, oh, yeah, a couple barns behind. Nice. They've got some advertising on the front porch. I was like, yeah. Hopefully collectors, that's what we looked for. But, yeah, so I'm going to have to cut it short. Appreciate you guys, though.
As always, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And all you guys in the chat that have come. Hey, gosh, there's somebody just dropped in. Yeah, the assistant in the building. Hey, you and Kayla get up with me, man. I'm coming through y'all's neck of the woods for the 127th. So hit me up on Insta. I'm going to send you guys a message as well. But other than that, yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. We'll run a long one next week for sure, guys.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thanks.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right. Later,
Peace.
guys.
Later, everyone.